This week on Zach and Jay's Ticket Stubs podcast, a bunch of movie shit happened 2 weeks that we didn't do the show. We're gonna... Opening!
I can't do this.
Sure you can. Who knows, you might like it. It's a killer rush.
Buddy, this is your fucking wake-up call, man! I am an FBI agent!
Opening.
I am one half of your host. I am Jay. Along with me is my partner in crime in person this week. Once again, Zach, how are you doing?
I'm good. The dynamic duo is back together in person. We're here.
Yeah.
Let's get into some movie shit.
Back to our roots, man. Because we first started the podcast, you and me in my room.
Yes.
With the microphone we actually use now for usually we have the same microphone, but in a room together it sounds pretty bad.
Yeah.
Because we're all talking around it, and man, today's a monumental day.
It is.
In Ticket Stubs history.
Is this we can consider this a milestone, right? Like,
this is a milestone. Totally. Yeah. This is new day in Ticket Stubs history. Yeah. If you hear a difference in quality, or maybe it sounds like shit, we don't know yet.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But we got new setup. Got some new mics for summer programming, which we're working on, which is why the site's been inactive for the past week or so. Mm-hmm. We've been working on some cool ideas, and Zach and I have some ideas for summer stuff to do, some new shows and stuff like that. We'll get to that later on as we get closer to the date. But as we always like to start before we get into movie news, Zach, what you been up to, man?
I've been up to not a lot. I've actually been extremely busy the past 2 weeks. Even though we weren't doing this show, there was still a lot going on. But as always, I'll start off with the TV.
Yeah, totally.
As always, for right now, until this actually today is the start of the last half of the episodes for The Flash and Arrow start this week.
Okay.
So we'll have that next week. I'll update you guys on my thoughts on those episodes. But for now, we have The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
2 weeks worth.
Yeah, totally.
2 weeks
true,
worth of The
yeah.
Walking Dead. They're still in Alexandria. They're still chumming it up, deciding whether they want to take over these weaklings or not. Mm-hmm. The thing about this place, this Alexandria, all these people are cowards.
Yeah.
They're the worst type of people. I was like, I watched yesterday's episode, and one of the guys who's like basically like the daughter, or not the daughter, the son, the other offspring of
the other offspring
of the leader woman of the Alexandria place was like, they got killed. First of all, spoiler alert.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's gonna turn out.
I'll ask later. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I'll ask.
But yeah. So he died, and he was basically like, the people that were here before you guys, we let them die because we're cowards. And I was like,
how
are you serious?
What do you mean they let them die? How did they let them die?
They were on like a supply run to get like their basic like food and stuff like that. Like in the episode that just happened, Glenn went out with them. It was Glenn, Eugene, and that other chick who was with the governor who's a lesbian, and I can't remember her name. Tara. But they went out on like a supply run to get like, I don't know exactly what it was, but it's supposed to affect like the power grid for Alexandria because apparently it's on the fritz. So they went out to do that, and these guys are so inexperienced because there was a walker with like the riot gear on and stuff like that, and he had like a helmet on, and the guy like tried to shoot his helmet like 5 times trying to take him down, and I was like, first of all, you're dumb as hell. Yeah. Like, why are you trying to shoot his helmet?
Wasting your ammo.
And then he was like, oh, you know what I should do? I should shoot his legs so he can stop moving. And I was like, okay, that's smarter. And then he kept shooting his body. And eventually he shot a grenade that was like on the dude's chest because he was like in riot gear. And I was like, did this really just happen? Is this guy really this dumb? Like,
yeah,
it was the worst.
That's the kind of guy you don't want on your survival team when shit happens. Because, like,
essentially,
you want to... This is very similar. It's not related to movies at all. Maybe you were here for this, Zach, but when I was playing through Last of Us,
I was here for some of it,
which is again a game where you want to conserve your ammo.
Yeah. And
I had shotgun. Maybe you were there for this. We let our friend Shaquille, who's been on the show before, he played on my account.
Oh my god.
On my main account, and he was going through a place, and he just used up all my shotgun shells.
All your bullets.
And I was like, what the? No, restart from this load point. I'm not gonna play this game with no shotgun shells. Fuck this shit. Yeah. So that's very similar, like bad move.
Yeah, very very bad move. Like it was just a very bad waste of ammo and everything like that. So it was awful. And then on the other side, the episode before this week's there wasn't much going on, much that I can remember. They're all just still trying to adjust to this life in this safe zone. There was like this big party thing, and Sasha had like a PTSD mental breakdown because of all the stuff that had happened. Carol scared the shit out of some boy because he was asked
Carol's life sucks. For real, right?
Carol's life.
Like she's probably the worst off in the show, right? Like life wise. Her abusive husband.
We'll see, but her husband's dead, so it's like now she's become like this badass.
Abusive husband. Well, he beat her for years.
Yeah, he did.
And then her daughter gets killed.
More on that later.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But yeah, so it's like they were trying to get weapons because when they first entered, they took all their weapons because they were like, we keep all the weapons stored for safety. And Carol and Daryl and Rick had like a little like three trifecta meeting and was like, look,
trifecta meeting.
And like they were like, look, we need weapons in case this stuff goes like down the shitter and we need to like take this place over. And so Carol was like, well, they all think that I'm like this dumb housewife, so I'll just get in there and steal the weapons.
Yeah.
And then this little kid followed her because she made cookies and apparently.
And then she killed him.
And I wish.
Oh no.
No, but she scared the hell out of him though, because
no.
she was like, if you tell anybody about this, you're gonna wake up tied to a tree and you're gonna get eaten by walkers and no one will hear you scream. And I was like, damn.
Like damn, yeah.
And I was like, Carol scared the shit out of this. I'm pretty sure that kid like shit his pants.
Oh yeah. Yeah, totally.
But yeah, but apparently not enough because he came back in this episode.
Of course.
And was like, yeah, I want some more cookies. And I was like, did you not learn from last week? Like, she doesn't want to give you any.
You're gonna die. Like you're gonna get killed.
Yeah, like she's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
She's gonna tie you up in the middle of the woods and you're gonna die.
Honestly, he likes that kind of shit.
Apparently,
you know
I don't know.
I mean?
It's a BDSM thing. It's probably because of 50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Walking Dead.
50 Shades of the Walking Dead.
50 Shades of Carol.
Yeah, but yeah, there's lots going on with that, and then you have and that was when you figured out that it was like the kid's dad is like a drunkard, and you see him like a few times, and this is the first episode where you like see him like belligerently drunk, and he was like talking to Rick.
Hold on, when do you have time to be a fucking drunk
in the
apocalypse?
Dude, in the Alexandria safe zone, man, they're trying to make it like a new town. Like apparently they have all the time in the world to just drink beer.
I don't get it. Like
an alcoholic.
I figured that the apocalypse would be. I get why you would become a drunk, because like the world's gone to hell.
Yeah.
But I figured you want to like. Used to be your chance to do something else.
Coherent.
Yeah, like you would want to be on your full wits to survive. Unless you don't want to survive.
I mean, in the walls. I mean, they have impressive walls. They probably just thinks that he's like, nothing will get me, so I'll just become intoxicated.
Yeah, I gotcha.
But yeah, but you found out that he's like abusive to like
his kid,
his wife, and his kid, maybe.
And then Carol fucks him up.
No, but she went to Rick and was like, Rick, you gotta kill this dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
What did Rick say?
Well, I mean, he's like attracted to like the dude's wife, so I'm pretty sure he's in his head. He's like, I get a reason to kill this guy.
I got a double reason.
I get a reason to kill this guy. Yeah. He's like, yeah.
Asshole.
But yeah, so that's what happened, and it was like that was the end of the episode. It was like Carol was like, you need to kill this
him.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard this week's episode someone died.
There was. So I wasn't gonna say it on the podcast because like it just happened, but there was a
spoiler.
There's spoiler alert. Noah, the small black kid who was there at the hospital with Beth. He had like a bum leg or something like that.
Well, you know he's gonna die. You know he's gonna die. Bum leg.
Like, but it's like I don't know. They have killed so many minor characters. They have killed so many characters of the group this season. They killed Beth. They killed Tyrese, and now they've killed Noah. It's like they're running out of like minor characters to kill off. Yeah,
you gotta start chopping.
Like they've hit their quota almost.
They really should have.
But they haven't even got to the season finale.
They really need to kill off a major character again. Who was the last major character to die?
Herschel.
Fuck that. He was.
Herschel was like but he was the last like major character
big guy.
to die.
I mean, like I'm talking about like a guy from like the main crew.
Well, the only people left from the main crew are Rick and Glenn. They're the only original. Everybody else is dead. Oh well, and Daryl. Yeah. So I mean,
yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, true.
Well, no, and Carol. So you got the four of them.
Yeah, but Carol won't die. They've been putting too much work into her character. She won't die. She won't die. And then obviously Rick's not gonna die.
Yeah. Oh, they're putting a lot of work into Daryl's character too. And then Glenn had a lot of stuff this episode.
I think Glenn's gonna be the one to die. I think Glenn's the first one to go.
I mean, if they introduce Negan like they keep saying they're going to, he's gonna die.
Yeah, I think Glenn's the first one to die.
Really hard.
He's the expendable Asian character that they're gonna. they're
I
gonna
hope they don't
fuck
kill
up.
him. A lot of people like him.
I think he's the coolest character in the show.
I like him a lot.
I mean, I'm
he's
not sure how he is
he's like-
now, but when the show first started,
good
he
right
was
now.
a fun guy. Like a really.
Oh,
kind
he's
of,
a lot different now
See
than
that
when
that's
the show started.
see, like I said, I haven't watched the show in like a while, but the first season he was.
But there's
like, a
been
really
a lot
fun
of
guy.
stuff that's happened. He's been through 5 seasons.
Well,
of
I've
Walking
seen
Dead.
parts of the governor arc where he's talking to governor. I've seen him put through the ringer, so I understand his character progressing and becoming more dark.
Yeah.
But we mentioned a couple weeks ago where we saw the picture of Glenn. He looked like Rick.
Yeah.
Like just a beardless Asian Rick, same outfit, same boots. What happened to your baseball cap, man?
Dude, man,
What
I don't
happened
even
to
know
the-
what happened to the baseball cap. I think he lost it on
That shit
farm.
should have been like standard.
Standard.
That was
That's
the cool
a standard
outfit.
part. It was. It
I
was
don't know,
good.
man.
It was like the whole, basic city boy survival.
Yeah, exactly,
outfit.
exactly.
I got you.
So has the past few episodes been good? Have they been interesting? Have they been fun?
I think they've been good. They've been decent television. I'm not complaining about them too much. I'm just waiting to see what happens in the season finale. Because right now it's kind of like
yeah.
this episode was actually really, really action. Not like action packed, but it was like
But stuff happened.
there was
like, stuff
like
happened.
Noah's death was like particularly gruesome.
Yeah.
Like
Good.
there was a part. So basically, how it happened was they ended up after the one guy that I was talking about earlier, the son of the mayor's wife or the son of the mayor died. They like were trying to run away to like get out of the building that they were in, and they ran into one of those revolving doors, and so they got like stuck in the middle of that,
Oh
and
my
like
God.
it was Glenn and Noah on one side, and then one of the guys from Alexandria on the other side, and but then Eugene came up with, because there was like walkers on both sides, but then Eugene came up with like the car playing really bad dubstep, like it looked like Skrillex's next album playing from the car,
Yeah.
and like drew away all those zombies. And Gunn was like, "Look, I'm gonna break the glass. We're gonna get out of here together, and it'll all be fine." He took like 2 shots at the glass, and the door moved. And the Alexander guy was like, "Nah, fuck this. I'm out of here." And so he like pushed the door open, and that's how Noah got like caught. And you saw like Noah get like his face like almost completely torn off by the zombies, and Glenn was like 2 feet away from him, like watching his friend get like his face torn off.
Yeah.
And his entrails eaten. It was particularly gruesome.
That's cool though.
Yeah.
They have to go back to that kind of brutality, man. Or else,
This season has been a lot more brutal.
so if you don't have the brutality of it or like the gruesome like aspects to it,
Yeah.
then like it's not scary.
Yeah.
You need to actually show like that this is shitty.
Yeah.
Like have like that fear. Because I mean I feel like when people get mad like, oh well, that character died, but it's like you're sad because the character died, not because like how they died or like why they died. Like in Game of Thrones, when people die like shit, that character died for a really crappy reason type thing, or they showed like brutality in it. So I feel like that's something you have to have in a zombie show. I mean, it's supposed to be a horror based type of series. So
yeah, I feel like they definitely started leaning towards some more brutal stuff in recent episodes in this season. Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. So there was that. So that's Walking Dead stuff. So now into the movies. I'm gonna go with the most recent time release wise movies that I watched. I watched John Wick.
Good movie.
Great movie.
Great.
I thought it was
movie.
really, really good. It was like Keanu Reeves back to being Neo before The Matrix Reloaded.
Yeah, totally.
Just being a badass. It was
well, it's
awesome.
like people. I feel like people that don't get John Wick are expecting to see some like what do you expect to see? It's an action movie.
It reminded me a lot of like a Taken type of thing.
It has same vein of Taken, same vein of Equilibrium, like especially Equilibrium because there's a lot of guns in it. But it's like it's Keanu Reeves. You're not gonna get.
You're not gonna get deep character progression.
You're not gonna get Daniel Day fucking Lewis. You're gonna get Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
And he's like the role was made for him.
Yeah.
Like a very kind of like one track minded guy, and he portrays the character so well.
He does a really, really good job.
And the stunts his stunts are so good.
His stunts were really, really good.
I mean, even though it's all the kung fu like gun fu kind of stuff was really well done. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I thought it was really, really solid. It was definitely weird to see William Dafoe in it.
Oh yeah. Well,
it was weird to see him in it. Like when I first saw him, I was like, because when you first see him, like you see him for like 2 minutes, and then all of a sudden he disappears, and he doesn't come back until like
later in the movie,
30 minutes into the movie again, and I was just like, is that all William Dafoe? Is that it?
Yeah.
He's there for 2 minutes?
How'd you feel about the lady assassin?
She's a bitch.
Yeah, right?
She's a major bitch.
Like she portrayed being a bitch really well.
She did, and it was like, she was like, or what was it? Keanu, somebody was like, you're not like she didn't follow the rules.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
understand like the whole thing. I guess it's like a neutral ground where like assassins can meet up.
So that whole hotel thing,
Yeah.
I think is the coolest. Like,
Oh, the
history.
concept is like really
It's
cool.
So that could be its own series, its
Yeah.
own show. It could be that could be so cool. Where it could be a series. Here's what I'm thinking, right? And
Okay.
people have mentioned this before, like online.
Yeah.
Say you have a series, right, that just follows the hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Every episode or season follows a different assassin coming through the hotel.
Okay.
Because hotels where there's neutral ground.
Yeah.
There are rules. You don't break these rules because it's a business.
Yeah.
And like the owner sent the rules there, that way you can come do your job.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if your job's outside the hotel, fine. But once in the hotel, you cannot do this job.
Yeah.
And you pay in those certain type of tokens, whatever. It's super cool,
Like
cool
gold
concept.
coin thing, it was awesome.
And John Wick had a fuck ton of them.
Yeah, he did.
In
He
the
had
beginning-
so
in the
many
beginning of
gold
the movie,
coins.
He had so many of them.
He paid for everything, and he's just just take this.
I love, like, when the trailer first came out, I knew I was gonna watch it. It's
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves. I love Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
And it's an action movie. I know I'm gonna see it. It's an action movie.
Oh yeah.
But when it freaking mentioned, like, had the scene of the big bad guy, and he was like, he's the guy you send to kill the boogeyman. I was
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
Yeah.
But then the trailer has, the guy from Game of Thrones, his son. He's like, he's just some old guy.
Yeah.
And his dad's like, it's just not some old guy.
Yeah.
He's John Wick.
He's John Wick.
And I was like, fuck, I'm watching this movie. And I did not disappoint. That movie's
Yeah.
fantastic.
What was it when John Leguizamo was like, he got the call from the dude. He
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
So I heard you had my son. He was like, yeah, because he stole John Wick's car
He stole someone's car
and killed his dog.
and killed. Oh, I got it. I got you.
He was like, he stole John Wick's car and killed his dog. He was like,
Uh,
oh, all right.
All right, yeah.
That makes sense then.
A movie do that, and then you see that his dad, like the bad guy dad, like puts his son up with, go ahead, kill my son, whatever.
Yeah.
And he gets mad later about it. It's like, you
Yeah,
killed
he
my
was
son.
like, you killed my son. I was like, you offered your son on the planet.
You gave it away, yeah,
Yeah.
you asshole.
Yeah.
But that movie was. I mean, Keanu Reeves is 50 years old, man,
Mm.
and he's doing all those moves. That's so
Is he
good.
really 50?
He's 50.
He doesn't look 50.
Well, okay, here's the thing, right? He's 50, and 47 Ronin, which people didn't like, it was commercial, a bomb.
Right.
I liked it a lot for what it
I
was.
still haven't seen it.
I knew what I was gonna get into.
Yeah.
It's Keanu Reeves samurai movie. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he, again, stunt work. He's doing his own stunt work. Even in Man Tai Chi, which he directed, his own stunt work. And John Wick, fluid,
Yeah.
fast-paced movie. He's 50 years old.
Yeah.
So it's a really fun movie.
I thought it was extremely fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah, if you didn't like the movie, you're probably
Yeah.
you're expecting too much, or you're a highbrow snob.
If you want something different out of that movie than what John Wick is, you're not a Keanu Reeves fan.
We're not going
You
into.
don't understand what
do you?
Keanu
It's
Reeves
called
is.
John Wick. What do you expect
Yeah.
to get? Like, there will be blood or something. Like, we know it's John.
It's John Wick.
Watch the trailer. It's
John Wick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
No, I got you.
anything else did you check out?
I watched 2 classic films. I
Okay.
know we've talked about this before, that you don't like films before the year of like 1965.
You'll be surprised with my list for today.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, you'll be surprised.
Well, I watched 2 Alfred Hitchcock films.
Okay,
I watched Strangers on a Train.
good movie.
Really good movie.
Good movie.
I enjoyed it a lot.
That remake, I'm excited for.
I'm excited to see Ben Affleck.
I'm
in this
excited to
remake.
see. Yeah,
Especially
for sure.
after Gone Girl, like I'm really excited to see him like a suspenseful type movie,
Yeah.
like Strangers on
Well,
a Train.
anything
is.
from David Fincher, I'm automatically.
Yeah.
If it's the original, because they're bringing back Gillian Anderson, whatever her name is, Gillian
Okay.
Flynn. Excuse me, Gillian.
Oh,
Flynn.
she's gonna write the
Excuse me,
screenplay?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no way,
Excuse me,
that's
Gillian
great.
Flynn, not
Yeah,
Gillian Anderson's
Flynn.
from X Files, I believe. Sorry. Gillian, whatever, I can't pronounce it. I'm not sure what it
Gillian?
is. It might be Gillian, I imagine.
Alright.
She's writing the screenplay, which is fine because she's a great writer, obviously.
really good writer.
David Fincher, obviously, I have a freaking love for David Fincher.
Yes.
Ben Affleck is an amazing actor now. You can see his skills from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yes.
He's an amazing actor.
Great.
But if they bring back Trent Reznor to do the score for it, which I imagine they will, oh fuck, that's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
That's gonna be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you watched Stranger on
Stranger
Train?
Train, the original.
How do you feel about it?
I liked it a lot. I thought I didn't know.
Are you a big Hitchcock fan or just not?
I'm actually pretty decent. I'm a decent like I haven't seen all his movies, but usually when I watch his movies, like I enjoy them.
Yeah.
I really enjoy Hitchcock's work. So, but yeah, I saw this movie. Thought it was really, really good. I could see why a lot of people have praised it. The acting was really, really solid. The only thing I didn't think. I'm trying to figure out, like, so his ex-wife, first off, total bitch. Like,
yeah.
bitch of the century right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But,
Thank you.
so, like, she's the absolute worst. But his, like, mistress or whatever, because, heads up for you guys who don't know, the guy's a tennis star, and he's, like, his ex-wife is, like, total bitch and won't get divorced from him because she wants to go to Capitol Hill because he's going to be like a politician or something like that. But he already has a mistress that he plans on marrying after he gets his divorce with his wife.
Yeah.
But she has like a sister, and her sister looks like really, really similar to his ex-wife.
Yeah.
So is it like the same actress, or is it they just got somebody who looked like extremely similar?
I don't know.
Because you don't really see his ex-wife enough to like, I don't know. You never see him on the screen at the same time, so I'm like, it could be the same person, but they kind of act differently.
Yeah.
So that was kind of confusing for me. Plus, it was like this. The main villain is like, I don't know. It was definitely a Hitchcock film. Like it's very like psychological and character driven. So yeah, but I enjoyed it a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the last movie that I saw was another film by Hitchcock.
Okay.
Starring one of my favorite older actors, Cary Grant. North by Northwest.
North by Northwest.
Yes.
It's a rap song, so I know.
North by Northwest.
Okay.
It's a really good movie. If you haven't seen it, basically...
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, basically, Cary Grant is an ad executive who gets mistaken...
Mad Men.
...as a secret agent.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, basically, the whole thing is like the CIA are trying to get this guy during the Cold War who was like selling United States secrets. And to like throw the scent off of like the person they have on his trail... They created this pseudo secret agent called
James Bond.
No,
Jason Bourne.
Close. Colin Rabin, and they like do all this stuff, and then all of a sudden the like villains mistake Cary Grant's character as Carl Rabin, and they're like so basically the whole movie is like him trying to say that like he's not Carl Rabin and like trying to clear his name and all this stuff. And then he ends up falling in love with this chick who turns out to be the secret agent that they have pinned in there.
Oh, no.
But she's also the mistress of the guy, and the only reason she's a secret agent is because they approached her in the first place and was like, your husband's a bad dude, so you should, like, spy on him for us.
Yeah.
And so then Cary Grant's like, no, you can't have her in this dangerous situation. I'm going to rescue her and have tons of sex with her on a train. Alfred Hitchcock loves trains for some reason. He loves trains for some reason. But, yeah, it was a really, really good movie. Cary Grant was awesome in it. If you haven't seen any of Cary Grant's movies, you should check them out.
I haven't seen many, honestly.
He's a really, really good actor. I like him a lot. I talked about one of his earlier movies that I had seen, His Girl Friday, where he was really good in that. He played a newspaper editor. Now he's playing an ad executive. He likes to be in the mass communication, apparently. But yeah, he's a really, really good actor, and I really enjoyed North by Northwest. So if you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend you checking it out.
I'm gonna check it out probably because I actually, speaking of Hitchcock, I been on a Blu-ray tear recently, as I always am, and I bought a Hitchcock film, the 39 Steps, which I'm showing Zach right now. It's the Criterion collection of it.
Okay.
Spy movie. I'd never heard of it before.
I'd never heard of that.
I mean, I'm not a Hitchcock. I know like a couple movies. I'm not like some massive Hitchcock fan. Mm-hmm. The description looked cool. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited to see this.
Yeah. I might check it out.
Anything involving spy movies, I'm automatically down for.
Yeah, man. Spy thrillers are like where it's at. Like that's one of the things I enjoyed about North by Northwest is that even though it's like he's mistaken for it, it still has that kind of like spy thriller like like mood to it. Totally. And he's like he kind of is like. I'm trying to think of like a similar story to this. Perhaps The Tourist, but better.
The Tourist sucked.
Yeah, it's but like a better.
I get. But
it's like this thing's the same. Like he's like he gets caught up in this whole like grand scheme that he never intended to be a part of.
But in the Tourist, he was the guy.
He was. I haven't seen The Tourist.
Oh, see, The Tourist, like it's like The Tourist.
I just know The Tourist is a bad movie.
The Tourist, like they're trying to find this guy, and Johnny Depp's character is like wrapped up in the story. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm not the guy. And the whole time, Angelina Jolie's character is like, I'm trying to find this guy. He's a mastermind, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it's revealed that he is the guy. He had facial surgery to reconstruct his face, and she's like, oh, you're him. He's like, yeah, I'm the guy.
Yeah,
so
I'm the guy.
I get what you're saying.
Okay.
But what we mentioned, like when you mentioned His Girl Friday.
Yeah.
Like you just said, I'm not a big fan of old movies.
Yeah.
Right. At a certain point, I just like 1970. I'm like, that's when movies start for me.
Yeah.
I don't know why, just kind of when it is.
Yeah.
Except for like samurai movies and like Akira Kurosawa movies. That I watched all those movies. Zatoichi. I watched those movies just because I was a kid. I just loved them.
Right.
So that's the one exception when it comes to classic films. I have seen those movies.
Fair enough.
But what I watched this week mentioning old movies. Again, I've been buying. I'm on a Blu-ray tear.
Right.
So I'm buying a bunch of Criterions, which is a company that produces old. They get old film rights and they remake them.
Oh, okay.
And higher up-res them,
Right.
And make them really cool packaging.
Okay.
I watched the movie and I bought the movie.
Okay. Is this the movie right
This
here?
movie right here.
I'm staring at a DVD or Blu-ray case.
right here. 1942.
Oh shoot, that's older than his girlfriend.
Renee Claire, Veronica Lake, Frederick March. I Married a Witch.
Never heard of this movie in my entire life.
It's a rom-com.
Okay.
About a witch.
Is this like Bewitched?
It's honestly, it's similar to it because they're witches, but this is more like, so pretty much it's like this witch back in Salem times.
Okay.
This witch and her dad get burned at the stake.
Okay.
So the witch casts a spell, a curse on this guy. He's like, hey, every male in your line, of your family, will never be happy when they get married.
Oh.
They'll always end in failure. And then one day, like in 42, whatever, when it takes place,
right?
They're trapped in a tree.
Okay.
The tree gets struck by lightning, so they're freed from the tree.
Oh. Okay.
So they go kind of see who the current heir is. And I was on his wedding night, or like close to his wedding night.
Okay.
And then stuff happens, and the whole point is that they're trying to make his life miserable because we want revenge.
So these are two witches that are stuck.
It's a witch and her dad.
Okay.
So a sorcerer.
So they get out of a tree. Okay.
But there's smoke though. They're still there's no bodies. They're just smoke.
Oh, they're just smoke.
They're just smoke. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they trying to find the guy, and they figure the best way to hurt him is because he's running for governor.
Okay.
The best way to hurt him the most and get the most pain out of him is to make him fall in love with the witch. And then, because he'll never... What's he going to do? Yeah. It's a witch. So they make a fall in love spell.
Okay.
Right? Like, uh-oh, she drinks it.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, she falls in love with him. Uh-oh, rom-com ensues.
Rom-com ensues.
It's actually a really fun movie.
Okay.
I like it a lot. And Veronica Lake, who, again, I don't know old Hollywood stars. I don't know many of their names.
Right.
Apparently, she's like the femme fatale classic.
Is she?
Like, she's been in a bunch of like noir films. Like, I've recognized her face, and she's like one of the like femme fatales, like blonde, super gorgeous actress.
Yeah.
And I've learned, Zach.
Yes.
I don't know if it's just this says a lot about me and my personality. When I watch these old movies, which is very rare, I am so attracted to the lead star actress.
Yeah.
And it's because they're ditzy. Like they're so like. I don't know why. I just am.
Well, I mean, on that note, the femme fatale in North by Northwest, the one who's like a secret agent, even though it's very complicated, but extremely attractive girl. First of all, blonde, not ditzy though.
Oh, okay.
But very femme fatale, very seductive.
Yeah.
Very smart. She's a smart lady.
Veronica Lake's character, her name's Jennifer in this, which is weird because she's a witch.
Okay.
She's from Salem, Massachusetts, or whatever.
Right. Yeah.
That's where it's at, right?
Salem, right? Yeah.
Okay, making sure. So her name's Jennifer. In the movie, it's just so fun and funny, and honestly, it's really lighthearted. And it's one of the best rom-coms I've seen in a long time, even though it's from 1942.
Yeah, man.
And I've never seen it before, and I bought it on a whim because the cover looked really rad. And man, it's a really, really good movie. I'm really happy I watched it. Really happy I got to see it. So
that's good. When it
comes to old flicks, I would recommend that for sure.
Oh yeah.
More though. On the next movie I watched, because I'm still tearing through Stargate SG-1.
Yes.
No, I'm still going through. I'm gonna finish that entire 10 seasons.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna finish Atlantis.
So what season are you right now?
I'm still on 2.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like almost done with it.
Fair enough.
It's 22 episodes long, so
you're almost on season 3.
Almost on season 3.
Fair enough.
So that's one thing I'm watching is SG-1.
Right.
Well, when it comes to movie wise, I watched a movie came out in 1993.
Okay.
Starring Federico Lupi and Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman. It's
Hellboy.
That's 1993. So it's not Hellboy. Hellboy came out in 2005?
Sons of Anarchy.
That's like 2009 or something. This is a movie called Kronos, which is the first film from Guillermo del Toro. It's his first movie.
Okay.
It's a vampire movie.
Oh, vampire.
About a device that like injects you with this. There's a device, and inside the device is a bug insect. And the venom of the bug makes you a vampire type creature.
Oh.
And it's like a dark, very Del Toro-esque.
Very
dark,
image-based.
Dark fantasy type of horror kind of stuff. It's not a horror film per se, but it's that type of movies that he makes. Yeah, it has horror aspects to it.
Yeah.
And it's young Ron Perlman, 93 Ron Perlman.
Yeah.
It's his first movie, like I said. And you see everything he's known for now, you see all of like it kind of starting to build up there, because you can tell he had a passion for that kind of stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
But you see like it's still minor enough. He didn't have enough budget to do what he wants to do with like Pan's Labyrinth or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can see it starting there, kind of starting to percolate. And it's a fantastic movie, man. It's really slow burny though.
Okay.
And it's a Mexican movie, so it's all in Spanish, which is fine. Except for Ron Perlman speaks English and Spanish. It's weird.
Ah, okay.
But it's really good. I mean, it's not like not my favorite movie from him. My favorite movie from him is Hellboy.
Yeah.
I think Hellboy is my favorite movie. And
Hellboy's
most
really
people
good.
would say Pan's Labyrinth. Or the,
Hellboy's really, really good.
I think Hellboy is fucking awesome.
I mean, Pacific Rim is up there.
Yeah, but Pacific Rim is story-wise is not his greatest work.
No.
Because it's a very cookie cutter. I mean, it's what it is. It's fine.
I mean, yeah.
But I mean, Pan's Labyrinth is amazing.
Yeah.
But I think Hellboy's. I mean,
Hellboy's really good.
Grant, it's not his. It's comic book, so it's not his story. It's Mike Mignola's story, but it's still awesome. I think, and again, the creature work is insane.
Yeah.
Abe Sapien's amazing.
Abe Sapien's awesome. The way they made Hellboy look is awesome.
Yeah, Ron Perlman's great.
Yeah. Really, really solid.
But Kronos, man, so fun.
I forgot how much
Fun
Guillermo
for what
del
it
Toro
is.
loves Ron Perlman. Like
He's
he
like
loves
he's
Ron
like
Perlman.
almost. I think he's like that's his muse. That's his DiCaprio for Scorsese.
Yeah.
That's his. Who else?
I don't know who's in every David Fincher movie.
It's just mostly Trent Reznor music.
Oh well, there you go.
Or whatever. But yeah, that's his muse. It's kind of like Ron Perlman almost, and like I can tell that they're because he's in Pac Rim.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So Kronos, loved it a lot. I also watched a classic sci-fi movie from 1984.
2001: Space Odyssey.
1984. Couple 20 years off, I think.
20 years off?
Something like that. I think 2001 came out in 1968, I think.
Alien.
Last Starfighter. Aliens 1970 something, I think.
Is it? Oh, okay.
The Last Starfighter, which is an awesome sci-fi movie.
I actually don't think I've ever seen this movie.
Not many people have, if you're like of our age.
Yeah.
It's a very like it's a classic sci-fi film, but it's like, you know, it would get buried under the amounts of current day sci-fi films.
Okay.
It's about a guy named Alex, I believe is his name.
Okay.
He plays an cabinet video game, you know, like a arcade game.
Right.
Called The Last Starfighter.
Okay.
He beats the high record.
So it's like Tron.
Sort of, not really.
Okay.
He plays the game, right?
Right.
The game's a test for him to see if he has the skills to become an actual starfighter for a planet. The
Last Starfighter.
He breaks the record. Boom. He's into the starfighter, whatever the fuck it's called.
Wait, how does he get there?
He beats the game, high score. Next thing he turns around, a fucking car is there, a flying car. Gets in the car, boo! Takes him to the planet.
Okay.
Right? Then Last Starfighter science fiction ensues.
Okay.
It's a good movie, but the thing is though, this movie is revolutionary for its time because all the space scenes, all the ship battles, all those things were CG in 1984.
They had CG in 1984?
It looks, by today's standards, looks like ass.
Yeah.
It's very cel shaded-y, kind of cartoony looking. But once you get past that, you're like, okay, this is a fun movie. Yeah. So I watched that, and that's a good movie. And there are rumors of it being remade.
I think I've heard of that rumor.
By Gary Whitta's going to rewrite it.
Yeah.
He wants to write it because he's a big fan of it. Gary Whitta's the guy who did Book of Eli, wrote the first draft of Star Wars spinoff.
Okay.
That guy wants to do it, to write it.
Okay.
So that's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
But the last movie I watched in the past 2 weeks that I really thought was worth mentioning was Premium Rush, 2012.
Not the
Joseph Gordon-Levitt
movie.
Michael Shannon.
Is this the bike movie?
This is the bike movie.
No.
Listen,
No.
I gave this movie a lot of shit when it came out.
It looked like shit.
Hey, I thought it was gonna be shit. It was a fucking fun movie.
It was?
The movie is so fun.
I don't know.
Like, dude, it was such a fun ride.
It looked like Fast and Furious with bikes.
I mean, it's just it's wacky.
Oh. Okay.
But it's a fun movie. You know, don't go into it thinking it's gonna be some. It's a bike movie.
Yeah.
He's a bike messenger.
I mean, he's a bike messenger, so
no, it's cool. It's a lot of you know fun times.
Okay.
It's like a 5 out of 10, but it's a fun movie.
Okay.
I bought it, so it's fucking good. So I watched that.
Okay.
So anything else before we get into news?
Nothing else for me right now. Oh, except Archer season 5 is on Netflix, so I'll be watching that over the next week.
Yeah. I still should watch
it's the Vice season, so I'm excited.
Oh yeah, I see that at the store.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Apparently.
Is Miami?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's like Miami Vice.
I should check it out.
They have a shit ton of cocaine that they're trying to sell, so I'm really excited to see if they just snort it all.
They probably.
That probably. Smart half of it.
That leads us into our next segment of the show where Zach and I talk about the biggest news in the movie and TV world. We've been out of the game for the past week or so, so we have news.
Like
we have
that?
news to talk about.
We have a lot of news.
Zach, what you got for me?
First thing, this is breaking news. Well, this isn't breaking. It was breaking news after our last episode that we recorded. Because as soon as we were done with that, I went to check out news. Steven Spielberg's new spy thriller has a name.
Mm-hmm.
It's called The Bridge of Spies, which sounds like a badass name.
Does sound pretty cool.
I'm down for it. We talked about this movie. We're both excited for this.
It's in my top 5. Excited for 2015.
Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is an amazing actor.
Yeah, totally.
Steven Spielberg, everything he touches turns to gold or at least silver.
He's a director.
He's a
director.
Jurassic Park,
It's a
Jaws.
movie.
Movies.
Raiders of the Lost Ark. Whatever.
Indiana Jones in general.
I'm really excited for Bridge of Spies, man. I mean, there's the name they had for it prior to that, before they kind of like the working title for it was something else, but I forgot what it was called. Something exterior, something like that.
I don't even remember it having a working. Okay.
It's like what people, some blogs were calling it this versus the untitled Cold War thriller.
Right.
I'm excited for it, man. It's gonna be good. You know. I mean, I only saw that it's done filming. They wrapped it already. So.
Oh, they wrapped it.
They wrapped it already
from
from what I saw, I believe.
Wow.
We've only seen those couple stills that they released.
Right.
And one of them had Tom Hanks and Spielberg in it, so it wasn't really a production still.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited for that to come out.
No, I'm really excited. I cannot wait to see a trailer of that or something to figure out more about what this movie's actually about.
For sure. On my end, Sony's Popeye loses director Gendy Tartakovsky. He's a legend in the animation game, dude.
Okay. It's supposed to be like a CGI Popeye.
CGI Popeye, okay. Right? He stated that Sony was going through some changes, so they weren't agreeing on some things.
Right.
It's a bummer because they released an animation test for it.
Right.
And it looked awesome. Yeah. It looked so good and such a homage, and really got the feel for what Popeye was. Yeah. And as a guy who went to school for animation, we kind of pretty much, if you went to school for animation, for me personally, my class of animators was like, you went to animation school because you liked Invader Zim, you liked anime, you liked video games, or you liked, like Gendy's stuff, or like Samurai Jack or something like that. Yeah. I mean, I went to school because Ego Raptor, but whatever. Ego Raptor. But I studied so much about this guy's work. He's a class, and he did a great job. He did a lot of the stuff, keyframing and stuff like that for Hotel Transylvania. Okay. So he took 2D animation styles and put it into CG and 3D. That's cool. So you got the feel of it, even though you got 3D animation. So losing him as a director, he loves Popeye. Yeah. Is a big problem. Yeah. For this new franchise that could be happening, it's a big problem. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited to see it though, what happens with it, but they can't. There's no way to go up from here. Yeah. They had the best and they lost them. So there's nowhere to go. It's going down. It's going downhill regardless. Yeah. I mean, it can still be good and still be fun. But it's not going to be better. It's not going to be as good as it could have been. Exactly.
Fair enough. Okay, next thing on my list, Tron 3 is shooting. That's
on my list too.
Fall in Vancouver. First of all, can we talk about the fact that they're actually making a Tron 3?
Sure.
I'm actually really excited for this.
I didn't like Tron 2.
I actually liked it a lot. Legacy, the one with...
Tron 1 sucked.
Tron 1 sucked.
Tron 2 sucked.
No, I liked Tron 2 a lot. I thought Tron 2 was good. I like Jeff Bridges. I mean, I didn't go into it with high expectations like I feel like a lot of people did. So for me, it was a fun movie. It wasn't like groundbreaking in any sense.
If you walked into Tron 2 with high expectations, you're probably a 47-year-old dumb fuck who thought Tron 1 was amazing.
Who lives in his basement.
Or really loved Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't know.
First of all, I really love Kingdom Hearts 2, so I take that as a slander.
Yeah.
But
the same director who's making it is making it Tron 3. Yeah. Which is cool because it's obviously going to have the same vision. He knows what he wants to do. Yeah. But I feel like, man, you really missed the boat on this one because Tron 2 was like mixed reactions to it. It kind of came out of nowhere. Only people that really were excited for are people who watched the original one. Yeah. Or kids who grew up watching the original one. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like our audience was kind of like, we're so young that Tron didn't really matter. Yeah. So it was kind of like a hit or miss with people like our age. Yeah. But they had that Tron TV show that came out, which was like apparently really well
received.
They
had a Tron TV show?
Yeah, it was Disney XD or whatever.
Oh wow.
Really well received. It should have came out on the height of that show.
Yeah.
But coming out in 2016 or whatever, 2015. That's kind of a late.
That's really late.
Kind of miss.
Yeah, it is really late in the game for them. I don't know what took them so long because Tron 2 came out in like
2010.
3
right?
or 4. Yeah.
2010 maybe.
It's been like 5 years.
It's been a while. I mean, Olivia Wilde. Who played the main guy?
Which what the
boy.
Yeah, the boy.
Flynn.
Was it
I kept thinking it was Liam
I feel like
Hemsworth.
it was this. I don't think it was Liam Hemsworth.
I keep thinking it was. But
Was
I know
it the
it's
same
not.
guy who was in? You ever seen I Am Number 4?
Yeah.
I think it might
That
have been
movie
that
sucked.
guy. I didn't like I Am Number 4.
I actually know what.
Well, I didn't like the ending of I Am Number 4.
I didn't like I Am Number 4 at all.
Yeah.
But I was really excited to see what they could have gone with that franchise.
I was about to say I wanted there to be a sequel, but I don't think
well,
they made
it's
it.
based
enough.
on a book series.
Yeah.
And there's I think there's 4 or 5 of them. So
Yeah.
they really could have. That would have been cool to see kind of that world building. They had a cool concept for it.
I've never heard of this guy before.
What's his name?
Garrett Hedlund?
Never heard of him before.
Never heard of him.
Never.
He's in On the Road,
Never heard of that
Unbroken,
movie. That movie sucked.
Four Brothers,
That movie sucked.
Friday Night Lights,
That's just a show, right? Or
Inside Llewyn Davis.
Never. Oh, Inside Llewyn Davis. That's the
It's the Coen Brothers
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Martin Scorsese directing Jamie Foxx.
Oh, yeah,
An
that was on my
upcoming
list, too.
Mike Tyson biopic. Damn. So it'll be great, obviously, because Martin Scorsese.
Mm-hmm.
But I might not watch it because of Jamie Foxx.
You don't like
Also,
Jamie Foxx?
I hate Jamie Foxx.
I feel like we talked about this before
We
when we
have?
talked about Django.
Yeah, it's one of the reasons why I don't like Django, minus the fact that's Quentin Tarantino. But I don't like him. I do like Jamie Foxx in Collateral. I think he's really good in Collateral.
Yeah.
But I think everything else he does, don't care for him.
I can't remember. What was it? The movie he did with, what was his name? It's not Clive Owen, it's the guy who looks like Clive Owen. It's like a mix of like Clive Owen and Russell Crowe. What's his name?
What's the movie called?
That's the
Describe it.
Law Abiding Citizen.
Oh, Gerard Butler.
Gerard Butler, yeah.
I didn't care for it.
You didn't care for it?
Didn't care for it.
It was alright.
Yeah, it's whatever, but I didn't care for it.
Yeah, okay.
I know it was really popular when it came out. People were like, this shit, the telephone scene is so cool. And I was like, I don't care. I've seen other worse gory movies. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I mean, Martin Scorsese, again, director, everything he touches becomes an amazing movie.
Right.
The problem is, though, with this film coming out, is that we are getting so many fucking boxing movies coming up. We got Southpaw.
Yeah, which
Bleed
is the one
for
with
this.
Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Jake Gyllenhaal's Southpaw. Miles
then
Teller
Teller.
is the Bleed for this or Bleed for it, one of those two titles.
Now you've got Jamie Foxx.
And we got Creed coming out soon as well.
Oh shit, we do have
With
Creed
Michael B.
coming out.
Jordan.
Yeah. A lot of young actors, and then you've got Jamie Foxx.
Yeah. I don't. Plus, I don't care about Mike Tyson.
Yeah, that's what my first reaction was. I don't really care about Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I don't care. I mean, I get he's legendary.
Yeah.
I get it.
I get he was a good boxer and like he's one of the all-time greats, alongside like Muhammad Ali and guys like that.
Yeah, George
But
Foreman.
I don't care about him at all.
But I don't care because it's Jamie Foxx.
Well, that too.
But I mean, we're having so many boxing movies, and I can't tell if it's good or bad because Southpaw looks to be awesome.
Yeah.
It's Jake Gyllenhaal, so I know it's gonna be great.
He looks ripped as fuck.
Exactly. And Bleed for this with Miles Teller, I'm excited to see where he can go because he's been on a roll recently.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that, and I'm gonna see this movie, the Mike Tyson movie. I'm gonna see it regardless. It's Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it. I just don't know if I'm gonna really be like super excited to see it right when it comes out.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. We've talked about biopics on this show before. My feeling towards biopics, I just don't like them that much.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's a Mike Tyson biopic, I'm just like,
I don't
care about it even less.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. I might watch it eventually when it comes out on like Blu-ray or DVD, but
See, it depends too because if it's like Martin Scorsese's Raging Bull, right? Which is a boxing biopic movie, but it wasn't about boxing. It's about his guy's life.
it was about the guy, yeah.
So, I mean, Southpaw looks like it's going to be about boxing.
Yeah.
As well as the character. And then Bleed for this looks like it's going to be about both as well.
Yeah.
But Ali was like more so... I think Ali was the perfect mix between the two.
Okay.
Because Ali was like half his life, half boxing.
That was the Will Smith one.
Will Smith, Michael Mann, yeah. So if this movie's about the guy's life,
yeah, then
maybe I'll care. I don't know. But I want to see boxing. Because I don't know. Whatever.
I don't know.
What you got?
It's up in the air.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna suck.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna watch it in theaters. I'll give it a chance. Tim Burton. The man. Set to direct a live-action Dumbo film.
The man.
The man.
You gave him the title.
The man, the myth, the legend. Batman Forever. Actually, that was before his time, but
No,
he did Batman and Batman
he-
Returns.
He was before. Batman Forever was the third one.
Yeah, that was the one with Riddler and Tommy Lee Jones' Two-Face.
Yeah.
The one
Val Kilmer.
it's my favorite Batman movie of all time.
It was my favorite Batman movie, and then I grew up and I watched it again, and that's bad.
No.
It's bad.
It's better than Batman and Robin. I think it's better than Batman Returns.
I don't agree with you there.
You don't? I think it's Batman.
Batman Forever was my favorite Batman movie of all time until I grew up. And then I rewatched it in that opening scene.
With Tommy Lee Jones? In the safe?
The opening scene with the safe in the air
Yeah.
is so badly made.
No.
And Two-Face, that character is so bad.
It's a lot different.
But it's just bad. It's just bad.
Different Two-Face.
They didn't direct them at all. He's like,
Well, that's true.
Do what you want to do, and
Yeah.
it's shit.
Jim Carrey was really good Riddler, though.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I want them to do Riddler again. I just don't
I
know
mean, I
who
like
to
Val
do.
Kilmer a lot, but I just didn't.
Val Kilmer was awesome.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot. I think he was as good as Michael Keaton.
Different.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they're
Tim
completely
Burton, though.
different Batman.
Yeah.
Batman, plural. but yeah, he's set to. Anyway, back to the news.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton set to direct a live-action Dumbo. I don't know how I feel about them doing live action. Apparently, their Cinderella movie is doing really, really well. Apparently, it's like raking in all the money. But I don't know. Live action Dumbo. I mean, it's gonna be a CGI Dumbo. I don't know how I feel about it. It has to be CGI.
Now,
You're not gonna find a regular flying elephant.
Are they gonna include the racism? Is the question.
They need to. That's part of the story.
Part of Dumbo.
It's part of the story.
Part of why I watch it.
They need to talk about the pedophilic fox too. They have to have that in there.
Yeah.
Because that's important. The whole I'm gonna sell you into slavery in the circus.
Why are we as a culture so fucking excited for reboots and remakes? I don't get it.
Because we can't
watch the fucking cartoon.
Ideas.
Watch the original beautifully drawn Disney animated movie.
Yeah.
We don't need to see Tim Burton's weird fucking Wes Anderson ass to come out and make a Dumbo live action movie with CG Dumbo.
What was the last Tim Burton did Willy Wonka, right?
He did Willy Wonka.
Or
Charlie.
Yeah.
Willy
It was Willy Wonka and the Charlie
he did Willy Wonka.
I don't want to see this Dumbo now. That was a bad movie. I didn't like Willy Wonka.
Everything he's made, I'm a fan of 3 of his movies. 4 of his movies.
Half of them I'm a fan of Batman, Beetlejuice. What else has he made?
Edward Scissorhands.
Oh yeah, that's good.
He has a big filmography, dude.
I mean, I'm trying to think of the good stuff that he's made.
Those are probably his best ones, honestly.
Yeah. Probably that's about it. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Don't like it.
You don't like it? I enjoy it. So it's 5 movies that I like. 5 movies I can think of off the top of my head. Half of them are Batman movies. So.
He has a huge list. I mean, he has humongous.
Oh, I don't doubt that. He has tons.
I just don't like all his movies.
Half of them are animated, half of them are not.
I just don't care for his
style's alright, but I just don't think his style works in a Dumbo world, except for that one scene where Dumbo gets high and hallucinates pink elephants. That's the only Burton-esque thing I could see. Everything else, I'm just why Tim Burton? Why?
I just don't get why we're even considering the idea.
Because we can't come up with original ideas. Of
doing a live-action fucking Dumbo.
Because we can't come up with films like John Wick all the time.
Exactly. Because writing original stories is fucking hard, apparently.
Yeah.
I wrote an article on the trailer for Cinderella back when it came out, which we posted on our website at theextendededition.com. But in the article, I said, why do I want to see this? What is appealing about seeing this in live action?
Nothing.
What about it? There's no scene in any of these Disney animated movies, maybe except for Aladdin and Hercules, and maybe Mulan. But I really go, you know what? I want to see that with people.
Yeah.
Why?
I'd love to see Hercules, a Disney Hercules, not that crap they did with Dwayne or whatever.
But it's gonna the magic of some of these scenes is gonna be lost when you put it into live action. Now things like Aladdin can be done. Now will they do it? No, because Robin Williams is dead. Yeah, so they won't do it. They
won't. Yeah, they won't. For sure they won't touch it.
Stuff like Mulan, that would be a perfect live action movie. Yeah, that'd be perfect. Because there's only minor CG needed in that movie. Yeah. Just have a CG Eddie Murphy dragon. Yeah. So just have that. Yeah. You can pick some Asian actress. People will stop bitching. Mm-hmm. I'll stop bitching. People stop bitching. Boom, movie. Hercules is a good example.
Hercules is a great example.
They could do that, It'd be a lot more CG.
It'd be a lot more CG, but it's still it could work.
I just don't get it.
Be better than Attack of the Titans or whatever it was called. Wrath of the Titans.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
The movie with the guy from Terminator, and then
Yeah.
the other. I don't know.
I watched both those movies though in
What,
theaters.
Salvation or the Wrath of the Titans?
Wrath and
The Clash of the Titans?
I've seen both.
You know what they didn't do in any of those movies?
What?
Have Titans clash.
Yeah. But you also like Immortals, so I feel like you can't really talk much.
Immortals was good.
Dude, they're in the same vein.
No, they're not.
Yo, yes,
They
are.
actually had Titans clash.
I wonder, what do you think has better percentage on Rotten Tomatoes? I wonder.
Probably Clash of the Titans.
Probably Clash. Okay. All right. Original.
We can look it up.
We can.
Because that's all I want to talk about Dumbo, so you can go on to your next thing.
Sure.
Look this up.
Star Wars Episode 8.
Oh, I didn't know we were going to talk about Star
Has a
Wars.
release
All
date.
right.
May
I thought we were
26,
taboo.
2017, with confirmed director Ryan Johnson, who
What's he
I
doing?
love. Ryan Johnson is the amazing visionary director who wrote and directed such classic films like The Brothers Bloom, starring Adrian Brody and Mark Ruffalo, and Rinko Kikuchi and Rachel Weisz, or the amazing sci-fi film that he wrote and directed starring Bruce Willis and Joseph Gordon-Levitt called Looper, or the amazing, the fucking fantastic, the gorgeous, the probably one of the best movies ever made.
We Bought a Zoo.
That's he co-directed that one.
Okay.
One of the best movies ever made, flat out period. Just flat out period. No one can deny this movie. It's fucking one of the best movies of all time.
I'm listening. You have my attention.
I've been sending this movie for you guys to watch since the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Nora Zehetner, right? Brick. Fuck yeah.
Oh, Brick.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
And this guy's making Star Wars? Yeah. 100% I'm gonna watch it.
Oh.
Even more.
Yeah. Hold on.
We have a ruling?
I'm actually happy about this. Okay.
Alright, what's the scores?
Okay. So, Clash of the Titans.
Uh-huh.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
28%.
I expect that.
20%.
I expect that.
Immortals. Rotten Tomatoes.
Uh-huh.
35%.
Ooh. Barely, too. Dang.
But it's the better movie.
I think Immortals had a way shittier story.
I liked Immortals.
But it had the cool god fight scenes at the end.
Yeah. The god fight scenes were sick.
That was cool.
And their costumes were awesome.
But the whole arrow thing, that was dumb.
The bow looked awesome, but the point of the bow was not very well thought out.
Yeah, I didn't care about that.
Yeah.
But Star Wars. Episode 8.
And they have that spin-off thing, too.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a second.
Rogue One.
We'll get to that in a second.
But yes, okay.
Yeah. Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, I didn't know we were actually
directing this movie.
Yeah.
Of course we're going to talk about it. Star Wars.
Well, I mean, you always said that, and then I brought up something about Episode 7, you're like, no, I don't want to talk about it.
What was it, though?
No. What was it? Last thing I brought up probably had to deal with the practical CGI effects on the robot.
That's not that big of a news, though. This is fucking big news.
This
is a confirmed release date for 2 films, and as well as the director of The Empire Strikes Back of this new series.
Yes.
The director is Ryan Johnson, who I follow on Twitter, just because I love this guy so much.
Yeah.
This guy is like very similar to me how I feel about David Fincher. Mm-hmm. This guy's made gold. Everything he's made. He's only made like 4 films, like 5 films. And he's fucking doing Star Wars now.
He should do Immortals.
He would probably kill it. He would kill it.
He'd do good. He'd get higher than 60%.
He'd get like a 90% if he did it. Probably.
He should.
I actually have to. I made a mistake a while back. I wrote about it in my last weekly watch. I posted on our website at theexcitedmission.com. I mentioned a couple weeks ago we talked about how the Minority Report TV series cast Megan Good to be one of the main characters in the show.
Right.
The detective in the show.
I remember talking about this.
And I said, who's Megan Good? I don't know who the fuck Megan Good is.
I believe I said the same thing.
I was like, who is this? She's a really pretty, attractive African-American actress. I don't know who she is. Probably has a heavy...
Is she from a Ryan Johnson movie?
She probably has a heavy, like, black audience of film. Kind of like the, that new movie came out with Idris Elba, No Good Deed or whatever. Similar kind of audience, kind of like the...
the one where he tries to rape the girl?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
I figured it's dedicated toward a specific audience. It's probably going to be African-American based.
Right.
Which is very fine.
That's fine.
Megan Good, who I've mentioned, again, she's a very attractive actress. I've never seen much of her work. Yes. She's in Brick. I completely forgot that she's in Brick, and she plays an awesome character, and she's amazing in it.
Okay.
So, my faith in this Minority Report series with Megan Good and star, fucking fulfilled. I think she's going to be awesome.
Okay.
She played an awesome character. So,
yeah.
But you mentioned the spinoff, though. Star Wars spinoff.
Yes. Rogue One. It's got
the actress who we don't know anything about.
I don't know anything about this. I can't even remember her name. She's that obscure.
No, we've mentioned her before. We were talking about.
She's on Penny Dreadful or something, isn't she?
No, we were talking about the Oscars. She was nominated for an Academy Award for.
She was.
What movie was it?
Oh, the Stephen Hawking film.
Was she
Theory of Everything.
She in that? Yeah,
I think she was.
Yeah, she was in that. Yeah. And we went, who the fuck is Felicity Jones?
Yeah.
We don't know who she is. I don't know who she is still.
I still don't know. I still haven't seen that movie, so I have no idea who she is.
It's a good movie. Not a bad movie. But
you saw it?
Yeah, I've seen it. I just don't know who.
Did he deserve his Oscar? Did he get an Oscar?
He won it.
Yeah. Did he deserve it?
Bullshit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Michael Keaton all the way.
Mm-hmm. But Felicity Jones, though, I mean, she was good in that movie.
Yeah. I
just don't know anything else that she's done. I don't care enough to go back and Wikipedia search or IMDb her background.
Yeah.
Which is, I guess I should, because she's gonna be in Star Wars and she's gonna be an X-wing pilot.
Is that what she's gonna be?
Well, Rogue One. Think about it. Rogue One.
Oh yeah, Rogue One.
She's gonna be a pilot for sure. It's called Rogue One.
It's gonna be X-wing pilot.
And chances are she's gonna be X-wing pilot. And I'm gonna imagine that Oscar Isaac's gonna be in it too.
So is it gonna be like the whole thing they tried to do with the extended universe, where they had that whole series of books based on
pilot?
What's his name?
Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, it's like all about Rogue Squadron. What's his name?
Oh, you mean
the one who's like the right hand man of Han Solo?
Oh my god, you mean oh my god, my Star Wars. My Star Wars.
Is it? It starts with a B, I think.
Oh fuck,
It's
God damn it!
It's
his daughter. She's a really cool character. She's a pilot too.
Yeah. But he's like the right hand man of like Luke and Han, and he took over Red Squadron from.
I forget his name.
Han or from Luke and formed Rogue Squadron. I can't remember.
Let's see.
But yeah, it's like, is it gonna be like that type of thing, or it's like it's all gonna be like them like doing stuff in space and what? Because I thought it was originally supposed to be like a Han Solo or like Boba Fett like prequel, which apparently
that was supposed to. I mean that might still be one though.
Oh, that's gonna be a different one.
It might be.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on. How do I fucking forget his name?
I don't remember his name at all. So I don't know. We'll figure it out pretty soon.
Whatever.
Wait.
Where we at?
Okay, hold on.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
As they can listen as we try to find out what his name is.
Yeah. It's but yeah. So we've got that. That really was my
Wedge Antilles, right?
Wedge. Yeah, Wedge. Yeah.
My mind's clicked there. I was like, Wedge. I fucking know. Wedge Antilles.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, okay.
But that was not my next piece of news.
Yeah, I got you.
Because my next piece of news has to deal with...
Okay, hold on. Sorry. Before you go move on, one more thing about the spinoff.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually really excited for the spinoff. I was kind of hesitant about it before. I was kind of wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it.
Okay.
I don't want a Han Solo Boba Fett spinoff. I don't want that at all.
Okay.
I don't think. Boba Fett one I can be okay with. Han Solo, don't want that. Don't want to see.
I wouldn't even know who they get to play.
Exactly. But having it be about maybe potentially the new characters in this new world and this new Rogue Squadron, or whatever it could be, this Rogue One thing, that to me that's cool. I think they can really do a space battleship series. Cool. It'll be really fun.
Be better than Ender's Game.
Yeah, Ender's Game. That movie sucked.
Yeah.
But this comes out December 2016 when it comes out.
Okay, next year.
Yeah, 2016.
They like those Christmas dates.
Hey man, they're trying to keep that shit on lock.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, but what you had though?
But okay, so the next piece of news I have, in the world of Pixar, speaking of animated movies, like we were 2 or 3 pieces of news ago.
Yeah.
They're making a Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
It has nothing to do with the original 3, and it's going to be a romantic comedy.
I'm okay with it.
And I'm totally down for that.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I saw Toy Story 4 romantic comedy. I said yes, sign me up.
I saw that was Toy Story 4, and that was not related to the other 3. And I was like, good.
And I was about to say it's like it was a romantic comedy, and they're not trying to mess with anything that happened in the previous 3 movies.
So it's gonna be a whole new set of toys, right?
Yeah, I would hope so. If they're not gonna mess with the previous 3 movies at all, I would hope they just bring in like a whole new series of toys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be sad to see Tom Hanks and Tim Allen go.
Yeah.
From Buzz and Woody, for those of you who don't know. Love them. But yeah, I feel like definitely this would be a good time to introduce like a new series of actors.
What if it's actually it is about, it's still related to the older series. It actually has Jessie when she was a kid. Jessie when her
owner. when her owner was a kid. So it's just like Jessie.
I would watch that. I would watch, and I would fucking cry.
I wouldn't be ready for the tears.
I would cry when they.
I wouldn't be ready for the
when
tears.
When they leave her outside, like, oh my god.
Not any people would watch it and they would still forget that.
Yeah.
That'd be the worst.
Yeah, so,
that'd be the worst.
I feel like they need to stop green lighting and putting these things on their slate because they gotta hurry and finish Incredibles 2.
Incredibles 2 and Finding Dory, which they
don't care about Finding Dory.
I don't care about Finding Dory a lot. It's coming out next year.
I am really notorious. I hate that movie.
You don't like Finding Nemo?
I absolutely.
What does not do it for you in that movie?
Everything about it.
You gotta be more specific.
It's
than
not
that.
funny to me. Dory is not funny to me.
Okay, Dory's not funny, but I think Marlin's funny.
Nemo's dad's not funny. Nemo is a fucking prick. I hate that character.
Shark Bay hoo-ha. That's good.
I think that whole fish tank scene is cool. The characters inside the tank are cool. Yeah. The turtle thing, not funny.
You don't like Crush?
I'm not 12 years old anymore, or 11, 10, whatever. It's not funny to me. It's not funny to me. And it wasn't even funny when I was 10 or 8 or whatever the fuck that came out. But
I think it came out that early.
I think the I don't know, man. Just I don't need a sequel to that movie. Now I do need a sequel to Incredibles.
I would love to see the sequel to Incredibles.
They're making it.
They made a sequel in a game.
They're making it.
Yeah.
It's already
eventually.
No, it's on their slate, so it's like
I know, but they haven't actually officially started.
They gotta just take it away because they gotta wait for Brad Bird first because Brad Bird directed it and Brad Bird's doing Tomorrowland, right? Okay. So let him do the script.
Yeah.
Let him come back.
Yeah.
Let him do Incredibles 2 because I don't need fucking cars anymore.
I don't need cars or planes for that matter.
I don't need planes either.
Planes don't need it. Don't need trains.
I don't need
cars, trains,
I don't need
planes,
the Emotion movie. I don't need that.
Which one?
The Emotion.
Oh, Inside. I'm actually really excited for that movie.
Zero.
It looked good.
Shits. Don't care.
I can't agree with you.
I don't care.
I cannot agree with you
at all. It's like Pixar.
It looked enjoyable to me.
Pixar to me was like they had the top notch animated movies, man. But now my attention's going elsewhere because these dudes are making these shitty movies to me. They're all boring to me. They're all like, I know what's gonna happen. They're cookie cutter family movies, and they're not interesting to me. I just don't care. Yeah. Hotel Transylvania is a killer movie.
I've never seen that movie.
It's so good.
It's good.
It's so good, and number 2 comes out soon. Yeah. And it looks so good.
Yeah.
It's oh man, Incredibles 2 is the only way I'm gonna ever get back on board with Pixar.
I want Incredibles 2 to happen really, really bad.
And this whole dinosaur movie, fuck that dinosaur movie.
What dinosaur movie?
The Good Dinosaur, whatever it's called. Like the other project they're working on, I think. Coming out next, I believe.
I remember reading that story as a kid.
It's the Emotion movie.
Are they doing it? You know what I am excited for though?
What?
They're doing that remake of Pete's Dragon.
Oh, they're doing it?
I'm pretty sure they are.
I haven't seen the first one.
That's a good one. That's a good movie. I enjoy that movie a lot. Pete's Dragon was really, really good.
Is that similar to Puff the Magic Dragon?
No, it is not.
Oh, okay.
It is. I believe it was a Disney movie, but it was like during the time when Disney was like trying to meld like the animation and live action stuff together.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Like with Mary Poppins and Who Framed Roger Rabbit and stuff like that. Like it was during that time.
So it was really hot and sexy?
Yeah.
Was it?
No.
Okay, because
there was a school teacher in it though.
Because Roger Rabbit was
Jessica Rabbit though.
Pretty sexy. Pretty sexy.
Whew.
Guy Ritchie's Night of the Round Table starring Charlie Hunnam. First image set release. Sons of Anarchy, Pacific Rim. You know, and I love Guy Ritchie. I've made it no secret that I love Guy Ritchie.
Yes.
I talk about it all the time in my weekly watch on our website at theextendedition.com. Yes. I love Guy Ritchie. I'm still waiting. Really, really excited for The Man from U.N.C.L.E. to come out.
Oh, okay.
But
Man from U.N.C.L.E.
I don't need to see Knights of the Round Table, I don't think. I'll watch it because it's Guy Ritchie, but I don't know how I feel about Charlie Hunnam being the lead actor because he can't act.
Yeah. I don't think he can either.
But
so is it like a medieval movie?
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, the set looked like it was. But I mean, it's like he did such a great job. He did an amazing job of rebooting Sherlock Holmes to make it more modern.
Yeah.
Great.
I liked his reboot a lot.
It became Punching Detective.
Yeah.
Whatever, but it was cool.
It became slow-mo combat.
It was cool.
Sherlock Holmes, and it was really awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. So
and Jude Law was a really good Watson.
Yeah, I mean, for what he was, yeah, he was cool.
I mean, for the character they made him play.
Yeah. So I'm excited for that for sure. I'm excited to see this movie. Not on my like top. You know, I'm gonna rush out to the theaters. More like, hey, it's a Tuesday night, and it's either I watch Knights of the Round Table from Guy Ritchie, or I go watch, you know, some Vin Diesel movie. I'm gonna go watch Knights of the Round Table. What you got for me?
Neil Blomkamp
Yeah.
possibly making 2 Alien films for the
Oh,
franchise.
yeah, this is older news. Yeah, this was last week, yeah.
This is really old news. I believe this is on the tail end of news that his Alien movie would be taking place in between Alien and Aliens.
Yeah.
Which I'm actually really excited for it. Except, I don't know how they're going to make Ellen Ripley look like
Young.
she was in between Alien and Aliens because she is not
CG.
young anymore.
CG.
I do not want to see a CG.
They'll get Ellen Page to do it.
Dude, if they get Ellen Page to do it...
Look, man, I was so excited to have Neil Blomkamp come out and do Alien, right? I think he's a perfect touch because he can do the visuals. Like, he knows the art direction for the visuals.
I mean, yeah, he showed that he does.
Exactly. Every movie he makes has great visuals.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen Chappie yet.
I haven't either.
I've seen the reviews for Chappie, though.
I've seen the titles of the reviews, and they don't look promising.
Everything I've seen about Chappie was, here's like the...
This is the one that caught my attention.
Okay.
What was it? High intellectual visuals with low artificial intelligence.
Oh, that's pretty smart. The big ones I saw were like, Neil Blomkamp flops again.
Oh, God.
or like
flops again.
Or like one time like one hit wonder. I was like, oh God, because like District 9 is such a great movie.
Yeah.
And Elysium, I think generally was like mixed received. And we talked about before about how we were kind of worried about it. And Chappie was his one time that if he wanted to be taken seriously and not be taken as a one-hit wonder,
this was
Chappie had to do it.
Yeah.
And if it's getting bad reviews, it's getting not necessarily great reviews. I mean, it's probably making money, but critics aren't liking it,
Yeah.
Then that's a problem because I don't know if I want him helming
the Alien. Yeah.
I don't want him to even be asked for Star Wars anymore.
Yeah.
So I feel like if Chappie is asked, which I'll go see and judge for myself.
Yeah.
But majority of the world is saying, "Hey, this movie is bad."
Yeah.
Then we should be worried about Alien. We shouldn't be happy. We should be worried.
Yeah.
He may have really cool pictures that his team worked on,
but if he doesn't have the good writing,
exactly.
And the story,
if he now since Alien will be written by somebody else because it's not his property.
Okay.
That's cool. Maybe he can do amazing with that because he has to step away from his original work.
Yeah.
Because Chappie's original, Elysium's original, District 9's original.
Yeah.
That's cool. Maybe that's the case. But if he just has literally just a one like lucky dog, and District 9 is the one shining star, then he needs to stop making movies. Because Elysium, I don't really like Elysium.
I didn't like Elysium at all.
Everyone was like bummed out by like this is like we had high hopes.
I thought it was gonna be cool. Like the concept sounded cool, the technology, the visuals that you talked about looked really awesome, but the story was just.
It was like.
Elysium plus, he uses Charlotte Copley too much in different roles that I don't know if he's necessarily good in.
Oh, agreed. I mean, like, also he needs to stop writing about politics. I get he's a very political guy. He's from South Africa. 100% understand that.
Yeah.
In some cases, District 9 was the example where he did everything blended so well. It was a science fiction movie, at the same time it was talking about politics and like social affairs. Mm-hmm. Cool. Elysium was all social affairs.
Yeah. With
Matt Damon in a dumb suit.
Yeah.
That was the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Chappie, what looks like the movie is that just a bunch of his favorite rappers, because Deion Tort is in the movie, and those are rappers from South Africa.
Yeah.
Why would I bet they're probably one of the reasons why it sucks, because they can't act.
From what I read, I remember that being the case that a lot of people thought. Everybody was like, these actors are not good, and they're like in the movie a lot.
Yeah,
and if they weren't in the movie as much, it'd probably be better. But they're in the movie like the majority of the time.
I mean,
that's just not good.
This movie has a pretty good cast. I mean, Sigourney Weaver's in it.
Hugh Jackman's in it. The guy from Slumdog Millionaire.
He's in it. You know.
And then you got the guy Charlotte Copley is Chappie.
He's Chappie. So it's like I feel like the cast is there, and I think Neil Blomkamp has talent. He has talent.
Yeah.
You've seen glimpses of the talent. You know, even in movies, even if Chappie it's a bad movie overall.
Yeah.
It looks cool. Yeah. Right, and it's a cool concept.
Concept's awesome.
You know that he has something there.
Yeah.
Maybe he needs to get slapped in the head or something, or it's like, give him the free reins away from him so he can actually come and work within restraints. Because that'll infinitely make him more creative. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, dude. I'm definitely worried. I mean, I'm not an Alien fanatic.
Right.
I love Alien. I think it's a great movie.
Yeah.
Aliens is a great movie.
Aliens is fantastic.
Alien 3, it's David Fincher, so I like it.
Yeah.
Resurrection, whatever.
Don't need to talk about it.
Exactly. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens, but
Yeah.
But my favorite piece of news this week.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Besides the Star Wars is cool, but you know how we mentioned before how Star Wars, I don't really. My hype for Star Wars is there, but I'm not like,
You're not as vocal.
I'm
with your
not
hype.
dying for to see Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I already have the trilogy. I have the books. When it gets close to the date,
Non-canon, but yes.
maybe I'll be like tapping my fucking thumb.
Actually,
insane.
On that note, they're making a lot of books.
It's like 25, right?
Yeah, they're coming out with like 25 books
Fucking
like this year alone
ridiculous.
to come up with a backstory for this whole universe.
There's a book dedicated to filling the gap.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
There's like 25 books dedicated to filling the gap.
Was it one book?
But a lot of them are like coloring books.
There's like one book specifically dedicated to like filling the gap, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like here's what you
Oh.
here's what you
Here's
missed.
what you missed.
Like just make those books.
yeah.
Like hire writers, you can afford it.
Yeah.
Besides Star Wars though, which is great news, it's cool to see that they're actually giving the other stuff spin-offs a chance, whatever, and they cast people. That's cool. Now my favorite person this week,
Okay. Lay it on me.
Matt
excited.
Damon joins the Great Wall. The Great Wall is a Chinese action monster movie
Okay.
starring Willem Dafoe, Pedro Pascal, along with Andrew Lau and a bunch of other famous Chinese actors and actresses. Directed by Zhang Ziyamu. Directed by the guy who made House of Flying Daggers.
Never seen that,
It's a great movie.
right?
Right?
Martial arts flick?
Yeah, it's a monster film,
Okay.
right? About ancient creatures, right?
Okay.
About a guy they pull up to the Great Wall and they're like, oh hey, what's happening here?
Are they stuck in the Great Wall?
Well, here's what happens, right?
Okay.
They get to the Great Wall. It's like, oh hey, it's to help defend them from the Mongols, but also ancient shit. It's like there's other creatures that the wall's there for. Cool concept, right? Here's where it even kicks it into higher notch.
You got
Right?
really intense there for a second.
Here's what
I got
happened.
Scared.
This thing is kicking it into higher gear.
Okay.
All right, we're shifting in the turbo.
I'm following you. I think.
Right?
Do I need to get my morphine on?
You know who's fucking producing this movie? Who's the company behind it? Legendary Pictures, who made Pacific Rim. They made Pacific Rim, and they made that shitty movie called Godzilla. But still,
Godzilla's not a shitty movie. Gareth Edwards, I love you.
I know that Legendary, they can make monster movies.
You're making Star Wars. I love you.
They can make
Yeah, they can.
monster movies.
That's like
I have faith in them.
Legendary. It's like legendary monsters goes hand in hand.
Exactly.
I got you.
And also,
I'm following you.
the script is from Max Brooks,
Okay.
who did World War Z.
Oh, a lot of people said that was a really, really good movie.
Oh, the movie sucked. But it wasn't the script's fault.
Oh.
It was like reshooting's fault and stuff like that.
Okay.
But I'm really excited. Matt Damon, man, this is something I've never seen him do before. This is a whole new genre for him. And
Has he never been in a monster movie?
no,
Oh.
no. And this is also not only is that a monster movie, it's a cross country national monster movie.
Yeah, it's a foreign monster movie.
And I mean, I have faith in these crossing of Chinese American films because after watching Snowpiercer,
Oh.
which is like the biggest mix I've ever seen, a Korean and American mix, I feel like this could be a really good future for movies. And it being a monster movie produced by Legendary Pictures, yeah, 100%. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited for that, for sure.
I agree. I'm really excited for that.
What you got, man?
Okay, next thing I've got.
Also, Matt Damon's going to be in The Martian coming out this year. I'm excited for that, too.
Oh yeah, the Ridley Scott movie.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah.
The book's awesome. I finished
Hopefully
it.
he doesn't do a crappy job like he did with Prometheus, but we don't.
I hear Exodus sucked, and I was going to buy it today because it came out.
I heard Exodus was not good. I heard it was longer, 2 hours longer than it should have been.
I heard it was
Apparently.
really racist, whatever.
Well, yeah, the white people apparently,
Whatever.
a lot of white people, and Egypt. So there's that. My next piece of news. Let's see. What do I want to talk about next? I'll talk about. There's a guy themed Ghostbusters. I don't know why they're doing this. Apparently it's got Chris. Apparently it's got Chris Pratt
Channing Tatum, right?
and Channing Tatum are supposedly attached to it. I can't remember who's it directing, but they're like I don't know why they're making. I'm kind of happy for it because I'm not happy for the female Ghostbusters right now because Melissa McCarthy's in it and I hate Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like be on the same page.
Why give us two?
Why try to compete with yourself? Because they're going to be coming out pretty close together.
Yeah.
I would imagine. So why are you trying to make two different universes right now?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any sense to
Are
me.
they gonna cross the streams?
I have no idea. I mean, if they do, it'd probably destroy the whole universe.
That was a reference to the original Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
That's a pun.
It was Egon said that.
Yeah.
Don't cross the streams.
I don't feel like it's worth doing.
Blows up like a Twinkie.
Because we don't even know how the first one's gonna do.
I mean, a lot of people are excited for it. Apparently, they're trying to build off that. Like,
I don't know anybody who's excited for it.
A lot of the movie sites were excited for it.
My group, because I feel like a minority. So I just don't like the actresses who are in it.
I don't like some of the actresses.
I think Kristen Wiig is hilarious.
I love Kristen Wiig. I'm excited for her to be in it. The one other girl from SNL.
Well, there's two other girls from SNL.
Not the black one, but the white one.
White girl?
The white girl's funny. I haven't seen the black girl too much.
She's funny. She's really funny. She's really funny.
But it's got Melissa McCarthy in it, and I don't want to see Melissa McCarthy in my Ghostbusters movie.
Thing,
I don't know what Paul Feig's obsession with her is, but he needs to fucking quit it because she's a terrible.
Feige, yeah. Once you attach Melissa McCarthy to anything,
I don't want to watch it.
I'm not gonna see it. It's not even about if I will.
I don't care.
Not gonna see it.
I don't care.
Like the new movie coming out with her and
the spy movie?
Who Jude Law's in it? Or who's the spy?
Is Jude Law in it?
It's some British guys in it. I'm pretty sure it's Jude Law.
Probably Jude Law.
Not gonna watch it. It looks dumb.
I didn't even watch the trailer. I know there's like a Red Band trailer. Don't watch it. I haven't watched it. Don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Don't care.
But it's gonna do well. Yeah. It's gonna do well.
I mean, it's gonna do well because
now the question
Melissa
is
McCarthy. No matter how much I hate her, she draws people in.
The question is this though: what happens when the male Ghostbusters come out
and they're better than the females?
And they make more money.
They should get rid of the females because Melissa McCarthy's in it and just stick with the guys.
And what if they do a double team up, like a movie where they team up,
like they really cross the streams?
8 Ghostbusters.
8 Ghostbusters in one movie.
Busting the fuck out of New York City.
And then it ends with like a giant orgy of like the females and the males like all getting together.
Inside a giant mushroom.
Inside a giant marshmallow man as they're in like the Statue of Liberty going over this art museum. Man,
but what's like... this is going to be such a bummer movie. Like the Channing Tatum one, I think can be funny. It's not sexist. It's because Channing Tatum is funny.
Channing Tatum is 21 and 22 Jump. He's funny. He's a funny actor.
Funny, right?
He's really funny.
I just don't think that
Chris Pratt is kind of funny.
Chris Pratt,
apparently in Parks and Rec, he's really funny.
He's funny.
He wasn't funny in Guardians of the Galaxy. I still love him in Guardians of the Galaxy, but he wasn't funny in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy, right? You can only do so much when your script sucks. Okay, you can only move.
No. Hold on. You know what? I'm just gonna let that slide because we don't need to get into this argument right now. But
yeah, Ghostbusters. I'm excited for.
But yeah, Ghostbusters.
What else you got?
Male Ghostbusters. Is that it? Are you done?
I'm done for me. Yeah.
Oh. Well, I got a few more things I need to talk about.
For sure.
Okay, so just to broadly pass over, Chris Pine might be Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Possibly casting him.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know. I mean, I like Chris Pine a lot. I think he'd be really good as Hal Jordan.
I could see
if they casted him in it, I wouldn't say no. I would think he would be a good job. I think he'd do a good job.
Yeah.
Like the whole Captain Kirk thing, and then this means war. He's really, really good in that like kind of cocky, joking attitude,
like a womanizer type of style.
Star Trek.
Yeah, totally.
Captain Kirk. Yeah, like I mean, I could totally see him being a Green Lantern. Hal Jordan. I'm really excited that they're leaning more towards Hal Jordan again and not Jon Stewart because
because he's white.
I just don't like Jon Stewart. Like as a character, like he's just
Jon Stewart is.
I mean, I grew up on Jon Stewart. Like, don't get me wrong. Like I grew up on cartoon Justice League Jon Stewart Green Lantern, but I like Hal Jordan better than. I just think Hal Jordan's a cooler character than Jon Stewart.
Yeah, I feel Jon Stewart's a cool character. I completely think he's a great character, especially in the arc when he kills a whole planet.
Yeah.
That's really cool too. He gets all emo and sad.
Yeah.
But my favorite Green Lantern's Guy Gardner.
Guy Gardner's a badass.
Because he's a dick.
But they'll never do Guy Gardner, I don't think. Not for a while.
Not for a while.
Like
they definitely will not do Kyle Rayner.
I wish they would. Kyle Rayner is probably one of my favorites. Kyle Rayner's really cool.
That'd be the best. I think that would be the best character for them to pick because he is minority.
Yeah. And
that'd be the coolest character to pick. He's Hispanic.
I was about to say he's like
or Latino or something like that. He's one of those two.
He's from like Mexico or the Caribbean or something like that.
Not the Caribbean. I think
he's not.
I think he's South America.
Like South America.
I think he's South American. Yeah. So that'd be cool to see. I mean, you can do cool things because
plus he's a comic book artist. So it's like,
I mean, his constructs
are
really cool. He would have very interesting designs for his skill, his weapons, and his ring and stuff like that. But I mean, Chris Pratt, I think he's a great actor. Obviously, I think he's done amazing stuff with Star Trek. He did This Is War. is an awesome movie.
Yeah, really funny rom-com.
His first time I saw Chris Pratt was over in
Chris Pine.
Chris Pine, excuse me, Chris Pine. Chris Pine, he did a rom-com where he played a blind guy, and then he was he played a rom-com. He's a blind guy, and then he fell in love with an Indian girl, but she was engaged to an Indian guy because it's like a very traditional family.
Right. And
then he has a surgery where he can like see.
Oh, okay.
And they get married. It's really cool money. It's really fun rom-com. But
also he was in Into the Woods as Prince Charming, and he was really funny in that.
Yeah, I feel like
and a douchebag.
If he plays Hal Jordan, I think it's a pretty good pick.
Yeah.
I kind of want them to pick someone I don't know, because I'm gonna be like, that's it's Captain Kirk.
So you want somebody, like you don't even have a suggestion, like you just want somebody.
I want someone different.
You want somebody.
I'm tired of the same rotation.
So like how they're kind of going with X-Men, like picking like unknown, like younger actors in these roles.
Definitely, because I feel like you don't have the background attached to them.
Right.
Like if they cast Tom Cruise for anything,
he's gonna have a stigma.
That's Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
That's not. I can't really fully dive into the character.
Okay.
So, and the Chris Pine isn't to that level.
So do you have a problem with that? With them choosing Ben Affleck for Batman?
No way at all.
Okay.
Because there's to me Ben Affleck, right?
Right.
You know, I mostly know him for Kevin Smith movies and like these kind of like dumb roles.
Yeah.
He's proven that he can do anything.
Yeah.
No, I just watch Argo. You can tell this guy can act.
Yeah.
Right. So I have no like specific. He's a superstar, right?
Right.
He's not Tom Cruise though.
Yeah.
But I feel like with like Chris Pine, I associate him now with Captain Kirk. That's you're playing
similar type of.
You're playing Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, but how far away from you are you just playing Captain Kirk?
It's like Captain Kirk with a power ring.
You're like 2 shades off from Captain Kirk, you know. Whereas Ben Affleck, he has never played a character like Bruce Wayne before.
Yeah.
You've never seen a character so broken before. Mm-hmm. So that's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah.
But Chris Pine, it's like something with Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt, Jurassic World.
Yeah.
I think people were really worried about seeing him because we saw him in Parks and Rec. We saw him in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Can he be serious?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the problem.
He looks pretty serious in the movie.
He does. Yeah.
He trains raptors, so
whatever.
There's that. There's always that.
So yeah.
But so Chris Pine. Let's see. Two more pieces, and then there's a discussion I want to have. I don't know if you've seen this.
Okay.
But I wanted to bring it up because it was a really cool idea.
Definitely.
But before we get to that, Frozen 2 officially in development. They announced it.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Please let this movie go. Because they're going to run this franchise into the ground.
I love Frozen.
I love Frozen, but they're going to run this franchise into the ground until I'm not going to like Frozen anymore.
What they need to do with...
Because they're already coming out with a short.
With these Disney animated cartoons, the non-Pixar stuff.
Yeah.
I really loved Tangled a lot.
I've not seen Tangled. I haven't seen Tangled in its entirety.
Tangled is so good, man. Because the crew, it's Mandy Moore, who I love Mandy Moore, man.
Okay.
And it has oh my god, what's his name? I forget his name now. From Chuck, he plays the main character in Chuck, the show Chuck.
Zach
Levi.
Zachary
Levi.
Yeah.
He is so awesome, right? Yeah. And then Frozen, I like Frozen a lot, but I love this. It's a great movie and a very fun movie. Yeah. But I care absolutely zero for the guy or his reindeer. Don't care for him.
Yeah, I don't care about Kristoff at all.
Yeah.
I don't care about Anna at all either.
Anna?
Anna.
Dude.
I don't like Anna. I like Elsa. Elsa's the best.
I don't know, man, how I feel about
She's the best. One. My wife. My waifu.
Elsa's great.
She's my waifu.
Elsa's great, yeah.
She's great. She's fantastic.
But see, in Tangled, I don't know, whatever. Frozen 2, you knew it was going to happen.
But yeah, we knew it was going to happen. They're not going to make that much money. It's Disney. They're not going to make that much money off a movie and not make a sequel.
I mean, when the Blu-ray still costs $30,
yeah,
that's why I haven't bought it yet. And you know it's making cash.
Yeah,
and people are buying it.
Yeah, people buy it.
Between toys.
Yeah.
And then
they're still making toys off of it. They're still making
toys. Kids still love it. People are still singing "Let It Go."
Yeah. People still making parodies of it.
Yeah, the people are late to the game.
Yeah.
So Frozen 2, the Cold Shoulder is coming out soon.
The Cold Shoulder. Okay, yeah. And then last piece of news before I get into
Frozen 2 Ice Baby coming out summer.
Ice Baby, Vanilla Ice co-stars as Kristoff. He takes over from the previous actor.
That reminds me of, like, speaking of Batman and Robin, just like Mr. Freeze's dumb puns.
What, chill out, bro?
That or like, hey Batman, you know what?
To meet you.
You know what killed the dinosaurs?
The Ice Age.
The Ice Age. Get the fuck out of here, Ice. Mr. Freeze.
Hey, bro, chill out.
It's so funny to me. But yeah, sorry.
Schwarzenegger with his puns.
What you got
Fantastic.
though?
Frozen. Tomorrowland trailer.
Didn't watch it.
You didn't?
I didn't watch it. I've been avoiding it.
It's really, really good.
Is it?
It gives you a lot more of like what this movie actually is kind of going to be about.
Yeah.
Since you haven't watched it, and I feel like there's a very specific reason.
I don't care.
Oh.
Tell me.
It's been like a week, but basically, you get a little bit more like Tomorrowland is like definitely a place like I don't know exactly how to get there. I guess it's like a different planet because they take like a rocket ship like out of George Clooney's house. It's really weird. George Clooney's actually on Earth. Like that scene where he's like, "Do you want to go?"
He's on Earth?
Like he's on
Okay.
Earth. He has some weird house and all this like crazy like Tomorrowland technology.
Yeah.
And so they take a rocket ship to Tomorrowland, and it's like they're walking around this world and all this stuff. And apparently, it's like the people who like run Tomorrowland. It's been so long.
It's fun.
I can't remember exactly what it was, but it's like
gives
they're
you,
like corrupt people.
But
and
it
it's
gives
like,
you more detail though.
But it gives you a lot more detail about like what the story's going to be about, like more than the original like teaser trailers.
I got you.
But it starts off the same with the pin and everything.
Yeah.
But you actually see that it's like the pin doesn't actually like take her there.
Okay.
Like it just shows her the place. Like you see that like
okay.
she's in the like one of the scenes is like she's in the car with her dad, and she's like trying to explain to him what happened, and all of a sudden she holds onto it again, and it's like she's still sitting in the seat, but there's like nothing else around her, so she's like in like an invisible chair like flying across the plains.
Yeah.
And you're like, the hell? What's going on?
No, see, I didn't watch it because I don't want to see it because I don't need to see anything else.
Yeah.
I'm already reeled in. I'm already invested in seeing the movie.
Yeah.
I'm already like excited for it, so I don't need to see anything else.
This trailer made me really excited to see
Much like Star Wars,
more.
I don't need to see any trailer from Star Wars anymore.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
But I will watch Star Wars trailers though.
Yeah. I mean, I'm still gonna talk about them whether you watch them or not.
Oh, that's fine. That's whatever.
But okay. So the last thing, this is a discussion I want to have between the two of us.
Okay.
Before we get into our main topic of discussion, Patton Oswalt recently came on Screen Crush's podcast where he talked about dream sequels that he would like to have.
But Screen Crushers
or it was either Screen
Junkies.
Screen Junkies, or
I think it was Screen Junkies.
was it Screen Junkies?
Mm-hmm.
But they came on the podcast and they were talking about dream sequels.
Mm-hmm.
And he talked about his idea for an Unbreakable trilogy. And I wanted to know what your thoughts on, as Jason holds up his Blu-ray case for the Unbreakable.
This is actually DVD.
Oh, it's DVD case.
This is the Vista Series DVD.
Yeah.
For Unbreakable.
Yeah. Starring Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson.
So he wants to do. He said it's a good idea because it's a very good comic book esque.
It's very good
story.
Comic book original, not based off a comic book, but very comic book esque story. And he had his idea for a trilogy that he would like to have made on the Unbreakable series. I don't know if did you watch this at all?
I actually didn't.
You did not watch this.
I love Screen Junkie. I just didn't watch it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go over the basic oversight that he had.
Sure.
So, for his first movie, he wants it to be called, first of all, Unbreakables.
Mm-hmm.
So he wants it to be basically Bruce Willis goes out into the world and finds more people who are like unbreakable, because in the very ending scene in the movie where you see Glass Man, Samuel L. Jackson character, you see his office and you see a bunch of these stories on the wall of like plane crashes and natural disasters and stuff like that, and all of them say but only one survived. And so his idea is that those are all unbreakables. So Bruce Willis's character in this second movie goes out and he gathers all these unbreakables together. He forms basically
the Justice League.
the Justice League of Unbreakables,
Yeah.
the Avengers of Unbreakables. And he gathers them together and they get together and they start fighting crimes and stuff like that, and he like trains them and teaches them how to be heroes. And so that's basically the second movie, like in a nutshell. And then you have the third movie, which is Samuel L. Jackson's character breaking out of the mental institution that he's in. And basically, he breaks out, he goes after all these unbreakables, he basically tears the team apart. He breaks Bruce Willis down to like his absolute, like his weakest. And then Bruce Willis is able to come back, same day, whatnot. And then like, so he wants to call it Breakable.
Yeah.
And then, so that was like the basis of his thing of like the Empire. It doesn't really follow like the Empire Strikes Back thing, except I'm trying to think if there really is. Maybe he gathers them all together, and one of those Breakables dies, and one of the Unbreakables dies in the second movie, and then like the third movie is like him dealing with that, and then Glass, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. He went on for like 8 minutes, like outlining this entire synopsis of this entire trilogy that he wanted to have created for this series, and I think it's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I think it should happen. My question to you, two-parter: do you think it should be made? Do you think it will ever be made? And do you think M. Night Shyamalan should still direct it?
So, I mean, I haven't watched the thing. I wanted to. I probably will at some point.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it blew up all over online. All over
it was
blew up.
like his idea was really, like, I listened to it and I was like, this is a really, really good idea.
No, the first question was, do I think it should be made?
Do you think it should be made?
I think it should be made. Shouldn't be made.
Shouldn't be made.
I think it's, I mean, Patton Oswalt's an amazing writer because he writes comic books. He writes really good comic books. He's obviously a great comedian. He's a nerd. He knows stuff. He's a nerd guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah.
And from what it sounds like, his idea is obviously sounds like a really good idea.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just too late. Very similar to
what happened with Tron.
Tron. You missed a boat. You're like 12 years too late. I feel like. I mean,
Unbreakable came out in like the 90s.
That could be good. It could be bad. That it's like, hey, it's kind of a fresh start. Kind of open to it. Mm-hmm. But if you're making a whole new trilogy and so you have 4 movies, or you're making 2 sequels to it, I'm not sure what you're doing.
I think he wants to just make 2 sequels.
There's 2 sequels to it.
Yeah.
I feel like Bruce Willis and Samuel Jackson are not at the same place they were at when Unbreakable 1 came out. And I feel like Unbreakable, as a standalone movie, is good enough.
Mm-hmm.
As a standalone film, it's good enough. And if they wanted to do a sequel for it, they should have did one right after it came out. I think the idea he's proposing is a really cool idea and very comic booky idea, and it's really cool, and it could probably succeed really well.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's ever going to happen. I don't think it should happen.
Okay.
Now, if it did happen by some random chance, would Shyamalan direct it? Absolutely, he would.
Yeah.
He would. It's his story.
Yeah.
It's his. I mean, like, I'm pretty sure, if anything, he has creative control over that IP still.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure if they did do it, he would be the guy to do it, which in turn would give you a bad movie.
Yeah.
You know, now that they took it away from him by some means, or say he sold the rights or whatever, maybe the studio has the rights, I'm not sure exactly, and they gave it to a director like Del Toro or somebody who could do a really interesting job, or even like, you know, because it would have to be kind of it's a darker movie, so it would have to be kind of a darker tone, so Guillermo would do a good idea. So if they gave it to a different director, I feel like then you would have something really cool and interesting and probably really, really great. Mm-hmm. But chances of that happening are so low.
Right.
And I don't think that's going to happen, especially with it being a Shyamalan, IP. And I just feel like it's too late, man. I just feel like we missed the boat on it. Mm-hmm. I don't know. What about you?
I would be open to this being made. I'm with you. I think it's a little too late for them to really be thinking about it, but I definitely think it's a good idea.
Yeah.
If it would get made, I would definitely go see it.
Totally. I mean, yeah, I totally would see it too.
I would totally see it.
Even if it was Shyamalan,
even if it was Shyamalan, even if it was like everybody was like, this is a bad movie, I'd still go see it. Yeah. Because the concept sounds really, really cool, and it's something that's original, which is something we don't hear a lot these days. We were talking about it earlier. Yeah. People don't make original movies much anymore.
It's hard, yeah.
Because it's too hard. Too many original ideas have been taken.
I interned for a movie website. Mm-hmm. And I was transcribing an interview with Viggo Mortensen today, last night for my quote unquote, the editor in chief of the website. Yeah. And Viggo was saying in the interview, like, it's hard to write a good movie and an original one. Yeah. And he would know. He's been doing it for... Yeah, it's 100% true. So, and I give M. Night Shyamalan definitely kudos, because everything he makes is original. Yeah. Like, none of it's not... Like, every movie he's ever made, except for Last Airbender, because it's obviously a prior IP. Yeah. It's him. It's original. It's genuine. It's different. Yeah. Now, is it good? That's a different story. But Sixth Sense and Signs and Unbreakable, those are good movies. Yeah. And they're different and they're original. So, I mean... Now, if you gave me, 2 years after Unbreakable came out, or whatever, or, still Sixth Sense Shyamalan, and you ask me this question, fuck yeah. Yeah. Make the movie, yes. Yeah. But in 2015, with Shyamalan from now, don't make it.
Has he even made a movie in a while? I don't even think
last thing he made was After Earth.
After that was his movie.
Yeah,
I did not know that was his movie.
Yeah, he they didn't put him on. They didn't brand him.
Yeah,
he directed, but he didn't brand it as his movie because they knew that if people saw from director M. Night Shyamalan, it would make even less money than it did.
Yeah,
so he didn't do that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Moving on to our next topic of the show. What's out this week in theaters, Zach? Insurgent. The sequel to the Divergent.
That sequel, yeah.
Shailene Woodley.
I actually saw
Miles
that first movie.
Teller. Was it good?
It was alright. It was better than Hunger Games, I thought.
Yeah. See, Divergent actually kind of looked kind of cool.
The concept for it is like very similar to the Hunger Games in the aspect because it's like
futuristic dystopian world.
Futuristic dystopian. There's districts that people are like forced into.
Volunteers.
Yeah,
and whistling and
volunteers. It's like there's a class system, but the difference is that you don't have to be a part. Like there's like a test. It's supposed to tell you what class you'll be a part of, but you don't have to choose that class if you don't want to.
Okay.
But the test is like, hey, you'd be really happy if you went to this place over here.
Yeah.
Or this place over here.
Gotcha.
But you don't have to pick that. You can pick whatever you want.
Okay. See, it looked kind of cool because I'm starting to really like Shailene Woodley as an actress.
That's Fault in the Stars Girl.
Fault in the Stars Girl, yeah. And as well as Secret Life of American Teenager.
Yeah.
I think
actually, the guy from Fault in Our Stars is in here too. He plays her brother.
Plays her brother, yeah.
Yeah.
And Miles Teller's in it too.
Yes, he is, and he plays a douchebag.
I haven't seen it, but I know he's
in the first movie. He's a douche. I don't know if he's still a douchebag in the second movie, but in the first movie he was an asshole.
Probably, but I mean, I saw the trailer for Insurgent, the Divergent series, or it's called. The full title is like the Divergent series, Insurgent. And it looked kind of cool.
Yeah,
like the trailer for Insurgent looked like a really sweet action movie.
Yeah,
like Shailene Woodley's like busting through glass and shit.
Yeah,
and there's like guns. I'm like, this looks like a really kind of a cool.
Yeah, I mean the first movie was really, really good. I mean, I'm not gonna say addendum, not really, really good, but it was decent, and I enjoyed watching it.
It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was an entertaining film. I thought it was more entertaining. It was more entertaining than Hunger Games for me.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Hunger Games was boring.
The first one was. The first Hunger Games was alright, but the second one was boring.
The first Hunger Games suffered from the syndrome of American action films where they cannot actually show the action sequences because they don't have people that can do the stunts.
Yeah.
But along the lines of young adult series, much like Insurgent and Hunger Games, I hear The Maze Runner is really fucking good.
I've not seen The Maze Runner.
I haven't
Apparently
seen it.
They're already making a sequel for it.
And I saw a picture for the sequel of it.
Yeah.
I was like,
it's like a guy holding a lighter.
Do I want to see this? I was like, do I want to watch the first one?
Apparently, I want to watch the first one.
I hear the first one's good.
Yeah.
So
heard a lot of people say good things. Another young adult dystopian film.
Exactly. Insurgent, that's coming out this week. Yeah. The Gunman's coming out. I've been hearing mixed reviews. Really? But then again, what do you expect? It's called The Gunman.
Yeah.
Accidental Love, which is the movie that's been taking like 12 years to come out.
Oh, is that the hammer girl, nail in the head?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Kumiko, the Treasure Hunter, which is a movie. I did a write-up on it when the first trailer came out a couple months ago. Rinko Kutschke, I believe, is in it. The girl from Pacific Rim.
Okay.
She plays a girl. It's based on a true story, somewhat like a folk legend.
Okay.
About a Japanese woman who goes and tries to find the Fargo money.
The Fargo money?
Money from Fargo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she watches Fargo and is like, that's real. And she goes and tries to find it, and then apparently she dies.
Wow.
But it's like a folk story or whatever. So there's like no proof of it, apparently.
Yeah.
Tracers, Danny Collins, which stars Al Pacino, Waja, which stars Viggo Mortensen, The Walking Deceased, which is obviously like one of those dumb parodies, probably.
Oh, God.
And then Growing Up in Other Lies, which looks awesome.
I've never heard of that.
Growing Up in Other Lies is like a drama comedy film in New York City about like four best friends, and they decided to walk from like Brooklyn to like some borough or whatever in one day because it's one of their best friends' last day in New York. He's moving back home. He's an artist and he couldn't succeed as an artist, so he's going back home.
Okay.
And it's their last day, so his best friends are hanging out. They've been there for like 12 years, whatever. They're like 30s.
Okay.
And they're just hanging out and they're just talking and walking, and like stuff happens over the day, like stuff to reveal that makes them like either want to leave more or stay, Yeah. And it looks like a really fun, like heartwarming kind of a story, and yeah, it looks good.
What's it called?
Growing Up in Other Lies.
Growing Up in Other Lies. Okay.
So, and on home release this week, got Penguins of Madagascar.
Woo.
Exodus: Gods and Kings.
Woo.
The classic the untouchable Jamie Foxx movie, Annie. Top 5. Song of the Sea, which I saw today at Best Buy, and it looked super cool.
What is this?
There's the Academy Award nominated animation film. Huh. Song of the Sea. It looked awesome. Apparently it's all hand drawn too. I was like, oh my god.
Wow.
It looked beautiful.
It's like a Miyazaki thing.
Yeah. Vice, Son of a Gun, and Veronica Decides to Die. That's out this week on home release.
Okay. That
leads us into our final topic of the show. Zach, what's our topic?
Our topic this week is something that you suggested.
Yeah.
Do you think would be a lot of fun?
Yeah, I think so.
And I agreed. Guilty pleasures list.
Yeah.
Movies that you consider a guilty pleasure that normal people would not deem acceptable, but you enjoy watching.
Yeah, or the community at large decides this movie sucks.
Yes.
It's bad, but you like it.
Usually these are cult classics.
That
but they don't have to be.
I would say most of my list is not cult classics.
Okay.
Zach, give me a movie.
You want me to give you a movie?
Yeah, start off with you.
Okay, well, I had to start off with something that is near and dear to my heart.
Okay.
Classic Matthew McConaughey film. Classic.
Okay.
Fool's Gold.
This is the swimming movie where they're swimming in the water and they find...
It's a diving movie.
Yeah.
Where he's a treasure hunter.
Is Jessica Alba in it, or who's in that movie?
No, it's got
Cameron Diaz?
It's got the same chick from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, I'm pretty sure.
Reese Witherspoon?
Is that a
I'm not sure who that is.
I don't think it's Reese Witherspoon.
I have never seen this movie.
And you know who else it has in it?
Who?
Who's actually not his normal character? Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's in it? Oh,
he's like a mob boss.
Oh wow!
And he's like a mob boss, and like Matthew McConaughey owes him money to because he basically pays for Matthew McConaughey's salvaging
Gotcha.
Salvaging trips to find this hidden treasure. So it's it's kind of cool to see him in actual a dramatic.
Hold on, you.
Also, it's Kate Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
Okay.
Hudson.
Yes.
Yo, Fool's Gold.
Fool's Gold.
When this trailer for the movie first came out, I thought this movie looked like the biggest piece of shit. Why do you like it so much? What's so good about it to you?
Matthew McConaughey I just like Matthew McConaughey and Kate Hudson together. Their chemistry is really, really good.
Yeah.
I enjoy seeing them in the movie How to Lose a Guy.
Yeah.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 days.
10
days. 10 days.
So you fuck 10 gay guys and then you lose a guy.
So that's how you lose a guy.
In 10 days.
But yeah, I mean, I just really enjoy their chemistry together, and I think it's a really, really funny movie. It's a concept that was original to me. I haven't heard of anything like it since. The whole beach bum trying to salvage and get his life together so he can get his recently divorced wife to marry him again because they got divorced. Literally, they get divorced, and 5 minutes later, he's like, "You need to stay with me because I found where this buried treasure is." And she was like, "All right, I'll stay with you because I'm gonna be rich."
No, I get why you would think that's a cool... Yeah, I understand. Cause,
I like the concept of the movie, and Matthew McConaughey is
Yeah.
I love Matthew McConaughey. He's one of my favorite actors.
It's like me and... They're not considered pleasures, guilty movies because they're good movies, but Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks.
Oh, yeah, Meg Ryan and Tom
Whenever they're
Hanks.
together, it's automatically a good combo.
Yeah, I agree.
But those movies aren't necessarily... you aren't ashamed of those movies or whatever.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and give you one.
Okay, give me one.
To this day...
Okay.
I've seen these movies a billion times.
Okay.
It's a franchise, but I'll give you the title. 1992.
Okay.
Three Ninjas.
I love the Three Ninjas.
Three Ninjas
is good.
I have seen every single one of Three Ninjas a billion times.
Those are good movies.
I love all of them, dude. They're so
funny.
So great. It's Home Alone with Ninjas, what they marketed it as.
Yeah.
It's such a great series. And I know now as an adult, I shouldn't like these movies.
But you
and
can't
they're low rated, but no, this movie they're fun.
They're funny movies.
I mean, Kickback is great. As when they go to
kick back with your popcorn.
Kickback, the movie Kickback.
Three
Ninjas kick. You can't kick back get some popcorn.
You can't go. I didn't know it was called Kickback.
Yeah, there's three of them. There's 5 of them actually.
Okay.
Four of them.
There's a bunch. Yeah.
Three Ninjas is the original one, which is when their grandfather. They fight the guy in the purple ninja outfit.
Yeah.
At his compound of different ninjas.
Yeah.
And Kickback, Three Ninjas Kickback is when they go to Japan.
Okay.
Or Okinawa, where they're from. Okinawa,
right.
Japan, whatever. Knuckle Up is when they go to a reservation.
Okay.
And then High Noon at Mega Mountain.
I was going to say, that's the one with the amusement park.
That's the one with the park. That's
a really
Hulk
fun one.
Hogan.
Yeah.
And they have
Hulkamania, brother.
And they all have random, different, weapons.
Yeah.
Like a yo-yo with blades on it.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds kind of deadly. But
sounds pretty sick.
they're all fun movies, man. But the very first one, just Three Ninjas,
Yeah.
1992,
Got it.
directed by a guy named John Turtletab,
Turtle Tab? Okay.
who went on to direct 3 episodes of Jericho.
Is that the
That's the post-apocalyptic
post-apocalyptic?
TV show. It's a great show.
Wait, who made that? Is that sci-fi?
It was on Sci-Fi now.
It was on Sci-Fi.
It's on TV, yeah.
It's on Sci-Fi.
It's a great show. It's a fantastic show. They canceled it pretty early on.
Yeah, Jericho.
He also ended up directing 2 movies. National Treasure 1 and 2. He directed both those movies. So this guy has classics under his belt.
He has class. Emphasis on the class underneath his belt.
Three Ninjas is an awesome series. So Zach, what else is on your list?
What else? Next thing on my list.
I have a big list right now. I'll tell you right now.
I have a decent sized list. You
Okay.
you might have more than me. Next thing on my list. Speaking of Home Alone.
Home Alone?
Home Alone 3.
It's so good.
Home Alone 3 is so good.
Dude, the RC car?
Oh my god.
The RC car.
With the exploding, with the electric chair, basically,
The RC
like
car
lights a car's butt on fire.
going across the street?
Yeah.
He's a chain pox, right?
Yeah. Everything about Home Alone 3, that was, spoiler alert, this is the first Home Alone that I ever saw.
Oh, okay, really?
In my entire life.
Okay.
I saw Home Alone 3 before I saw Home Alone or Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
Mm-hmm.
It is by far my favorite. It's the one without Macaulay Culkin in it.
Yeah.
But it is by far my favorite Home Alone. I love it so much. The villains in it are funny. The traps that he sets up are devious and hilarious, and I love them. And I just love everything about this movie.
Yeah, I feel like people didn't give this movie enough of a chance because the first 2 are so good.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't give this movie a chance, which is sad because I think Home Alone 3 is really a really fun movie.
Yeah.
It's a really, really fun. I think it's a really well made Home Alone movie. I think it's really fun.
Yeah.
Totally. I'll go ahead and give you one on my list though, Zach.
Okay. Give me one.
This is young Lindsay Lohan.
Herbie Fully Loaded.
Younger than that.
Parent Trap.
Parent Trap.
Yeah. When she plays herself twice.
Yeah. Parent Trap, man, is such a fun movie.
I love Parent Trap.
It's so good, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, I know it was a remake of older Parent Trap, which I've never seen the original Parent Trap.
Yeah.
So this is like my quintessential Parent Trap movie.
Yeah.
And this led me to love Lindsay Lohan for a long time.
Yeah.
Which is why Freaky Friday is also on my list as well.
Ooh, Freaky Friday.
As well as Mean Girls. But Parent Trap, dude, so good. She plays... her British accent is bad.
Right.
But this is a fun time. And you can't watch that movie and be like, not having a fun time.
Yeah.
If you do that, you have no heart, and that's sad. You should probably check that out.
Yeah.
It's a fun movie.
Yeah. Parent Trap is really fun. I haven't seen it in a while, but yeah, it's definitely a fun movie.
Good movie. Not as good as Mean Girls.
Not as good as Mean Girls.
And not as good as Freaky Friday, but it's definitely a great
Freaky
movie.
Friday.
Good movie.
Good movie.
Good movie.
Okay. Speaking of Disney Channel stars and movies.
Okay.
High School Musical.
Oh, yes. I can't agree with you there.
High School Musical is a really good movie.
I can't agree with you there.
The very first High School Musical. Very good movie.
Okay.
Solid.
Why?
I love it.
What about the first? What about it is so intriguing?
Because it spoke to my high school life.
Okay. Well,
It did not speak to my high school life, but
I'm pretty
songs
sure
in it are really
we
good.
weren't in high school when it came out.
Were we not?
We were not in high school when that movie came out, dude.
We weren't?
We were younger than that. Yeah.
Were we in middle school?
We were younger, yeah.
Damn.
But you watched it and you held that in your mind until.
But I held that in my mind that when I was in high school, I'd be singing around in the cafeteria, saying we're all in this together, and we did at one point. I don't remember when, but I definitely remember.
What about
that
it was
being
so
a
good
thing.
to you though?
I don't know. Probably Vanessa Hudgens. Vanessa Hudgens was really good in that movie.
I get it. Yeah. I've seen it. I've seen it. So I know.
I mean, I've seen the first two. I haven't seen the third one where they go to prom.
I've only seen the first one.
The second one?
I've only seen the first one.
When they're on summer vacation?
I've only seen the first one.
Second one's good too.
I've seen the first one because I remember the black guy's a baker.
Yeah, he is.
And then
he makes Ashley Tisdale fall in love with him because he bakes her some cookies.
And I remember Troy and what's her name? Isabella?
Isabella? Yeah, Isabella.
Fuck, I remember that for.
Yeah.
Troy and Vanessa Hudgens' character, they were like singing and
Troy
like
Baker.
they were singing. Is it Troy Baker?
Actually, it's not Troy.
It's an actor.
Why did I say Troy Baker?
Because it's an actor.
Because it's Joker.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
No, I remember Troy and the girl. She's Filipino, so I have respect for her.
Yeah.
They were singing a song like in like a upstairs like garden area.
Oh yeah, that's after
like,
he was like a douchebag.
Dude, why does your school have that? That's really cool for a school to have that.
Dude, my college has a green school.
Yeah, but that's a college.
But we also grew up in a shitty high school.
Like their school is huge, dude. Their cafeteria is like,
their school is like Wando huge.
School, they're not gonna fuck that. They're not gonna know who Wando is.
Well, I mean, for those of you who know what Wando is, Wando's a huge ass school that has like half the population of North Charleston.
Yeah, Wando's a big high school in a very big rich city in Charleston.
Yeah, in Mount Pleasant.
Mount
Pleasant.
High School Musical, man. High School Musical, dude. I can't get on board with that. But I get it. I understand.
I'm sure there will be some I can't agree on with you, so that's fine.
I think all mine are fairly agreeable with everybody.
I mean, that's debatable. We'll see.
Okay. Kindergarten Cop.
I haven't seen this one, actually.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's a cop.
Yeah, he is.
Has to go undercover.
Yeah.
As a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
Fucking classic.
Okay.
It's so fun. And so it's like something. It's so different than what he was doing.
Right.
He did Commando and Predator, and all these action movies up to that point.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I want to do like a comedy. And he did great. And I mean, most people like look down on it because it's fucking whatever. I think it's a really really great movie. So Kindergarten Cop, man.
Yeah.
It's such a great flick, man.
Okay. Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, check it out. You should really check it out. It's fun.
I might. I also need to check out The Last Action Hero.
That's a fucking great movie.
Because I haven't seen that either.
That's such a good movie, dude.
Yeah.
It's so great.
I know.
You should also watch Roadhouse. Also a great movie.
I have seen Roadhouse.
You have or you haven't?
I have.
Is it on your list?
Yes.
Is it next? Okay.
Yes.
Roadhouse. Be nice.
Roadhouse.
Be nice.
I love Roadhouse.
It's so good. Patrick Swayze is
Patrick
so
Swayze
great.
is a god in this movie.
Dude.
He's so good.
Redneck Ninjas, man.
Oh my god.
The Redneck Ninjas. Just the Be Nice speech is so good.
Be nice.
Just be nice.
Be nice.
That's a great movie, man. People don't give that movie credit.
What if they call me? What was it?
Like, what if they cuss at me or something like that?
What if they cuss at me? What if they tell me to go fuck myself? Be nice.
It's like that movie is so underrated. I feel like I think people don't give a movie enough credit.
I don't think they do either. I don't think they give Patrick Swayze enough credit.
Well, I wouldn't either, honestly. What else is he besides Ghost?
He was in Karate Kid. Strike Hard, Strike First, No Mercy.
That was him?
He was Cobra Kai, wasn't he?
I remember.
I thought he was the dojo of Cobra Kai.
He might have been. I remember.
I thought for sure. Hold on, let me check.
I love Karate Kid. I just don't remember.
Karate Kid, man.
Karate Kid's that great movie, but
great movie.
While you're looking it up, because I do agree with you, I think I'm glad that I got Roadhouse. Yeah. Great movie. I'll go ahead and give you one on my list. Okay.
Okay, give it to me.
Zach, you're gonna. I think the internet might freak out on me in here, Zach.
Well, hold on. Well, are you okay? I'm ready.
I think the internet's gonna get really mad at me when I say this because I know people have a lot of opinions.
Okay.
Okay. Next on my guilty movie pleasure list, it's a classic movie from the mid 2000s.
Ease me into it.
All right. Every time we talk, they're rebooting this series, and every time we talk about this movie, I never say anything bad about it. I always make sure I kind of be like, it could have been better. I never give the movie a lot of crap. I always I'm nice about it when I talk about it. Right.
Okay.
The world hates the movie.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
Ben Affleck.
Okay.
Jennifer Gardner. Daredevil. I think Daredevil.
Oh, Daredevil's a really good movie.
Daredevil's an awesome movie.
I thought it was a really good movie.
People hate this movie.
Yeah, people fucking hate that movie.
I think this movie was really fun, man. Next I watched it, I'm looking at it. I watch it even to this day. I watch it with a bunch of, what's it called? Nostalgia.
Okay.
For watching when I was a kid, but I thought it was a really great movie. I think Ben Affleck was really cool. I think the series is gonna be better, though. Obviously, I think it's gonna be well produced. But I really liked the movie. I thought it was really good, really fun. I mean, Colin Farrell was a really interesting, bullseye. But I think Ben Affleck was kind of cool.
Okay.
It's kind of cool movie. So Daredevil.
Yeah, I like Ben Affleck as Daredevil.
I liked that a lot.
I thought he was good.
So go ahead and crucify.
Right.
Go ahead and crucify us, internet.
Crucify us.
Crucify us. What you got for me?
Okay. Next on my list. Let's make sure I got this right. I don't know if this is necessarily considered a guilty pleasure, but I'm gonna put it on my list anyways.
Sure.
Because I just want to talk about it. Because I think it's a really good movie, and I enjoy it a lot every time I watch it. Princess Bride.
No, totally not. I think that movie is such a cult hit that I think everyone likes that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. It's a great movie.
I think it's really good.
It's a fantastic.
I didn't know
movie.
if it was considered a guilty pleasure or not.
Yeah.
But I was going to talk about it regardless because
it's a fantastic.
It's a really good movie.
It's a fantastic movie, man.
It's so good. And then you have Mandy Patinkin playing his classic Spanish dude. My name is Inigo Montoya, and you killed my father. Prepare to die.
I love that. What's the main guy's name again? The main actor's name?
The one who played the Dread Pirate Roberts.
The main character, yeah.
Carrie Ells.
Yeah, Kirsten, right? When he was in Psych.
Oh, dude, as the
thief,
the art thief.
Oh,
he was so good
because he was playing like the same kind of character.
Yeah.
I was amazed. I loved it, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I understand why you'd be hesitant to assume that's a guilty pleasure, but I think it's totally a cult hit that everyone kind of loves generally.
Yeah.
You need that pen?
Oh wait. Oh, I found
there
it.
It is. Next on my list of guilty movie pleasures, along the same line and mindset of Three Ninjas.
Okay.
Zach.
Okay.
1993.
Okay.
Directed by Neil Israel, starring Ernie Reyes Jr., who is known from TMNT 2. He played the pizza guy.
Oh, that guy.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. This movie also stars Rob Schneider, Kelly Hu, and Leslie Nielsen. Surf Ninjas.
Surf Ninjas?
This movie.
This is a movie?
Surf Ninjas.
Internet.
Is a
double check this. This is a movie?
This is a fantastic movie about brothers, about two guys hanging out, and they're surfers, man. They're surfers. Yeah. Right? They find out.
Shredding the gnar. I got you.
Yeah, some street.
Shredding the gnar. I got
and
you.
they find out that they're actually the heirs to a island. Like a
ninja. Is there babes on this? Is it tropical
there
island?
Are babes. It's an island. It's an island, and but it's being ruled by a tyrant who is Leslie.
So it's very Enter the Dragon.
By Leslie Nielsen, who is like a white.
Oh yeah, no.
Naked Gun kind of guy.
Oh my god.
So he's the tyrant of this island, and one day they get attacked by a bunch of ninjas.
And he turns into Dracula.
They're like, "What the fuck, ninjas?" And then some other ninja comes in and helps them. And he tells them, "You guys are actually heirs to a ninja city," or whatever he says.
Okay.
And then they unlock their potential and become
surf ninjas. And
then they go back home and they surf.
Oh.
So it's a really fun movie.
Do they use their ninja powers to surf?
Well, their surfers are ready.
Right.
So they probably have natural talent, which is why they can surf. Oh. And there's a lot of Beach Boys in this movie. Barbara Ann has played a lot in this movie.
Oh, okay.
So it's a fun movie. It's called Surf Ninja, so you know it's going to be good.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Great movie.
Yeah. Surf Ninjas.
You should really check it out. Actually, like dead serious, you should watch it.
I might.
It's a good time.
Okay. Speaking of, this has nothing to do actually. Step Up.
Okay.
With Channing Tatum.
Okay, I've never seen it.
The very first Step Up.
Never seen it.
I like it a lot. I think it's really, really good. I think the soundtrack is pretty good. Is that popcorn?
Probably.
It smells really, really good.
I've only seen part of Step Up 3 when they're in the school. Like they're in the college or whatever.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't seen anything past like the second one. Like after the second one, I was like, I don't care about the series anymore.
Okay. Why did you watch Step Up, I wonder?
My mom.
Okay, gotcha.
My mom really liked it. And so I watched it with her, and I was watching it, and I was like,
this is a pretty good movie.
This is a dope flick. Like Channing Tatum is really, really good as like a streetwise dancer dude who's like a gangster white Eminem Vanilla Ice
kind of guy.
Punk.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I just really, really enjoyed it a lot. And then the girl that he was opposite of was like smoking hot ballet dancer.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah,
this is good. So yeah, you have
a good movie.
You have buff ass chiseled, awesome Channing Tatum,
who can dance,
sexy Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
And then like sexy.
And then he does the whole dirty dancing thing where he like lifts her up to like prove that he can like
do it.
She was like, prove to me that you can dance. He was like, jump towards me. And he lifted her up. And she was like, oh, okay.
Hold on. Prove to me you can dance.
Okay, don't quote me on that 100%.
Okay.
It's been a while, but I feel like something like that happened. Like
if
she lifted her up at some point and was like, yeah, bitch, I can do this.
Yo, if I ever went to anywhere and I was like, listen, girl, I can dance. And she's like, prove it. Dirty dancing scene. That just proves I can lift you up.
Proves I can lift you up.
It proves I have muscles. Oh yeah, I can see that. So it's good. It's a fun movie.
I like it. I enjoy it a lot. I think it's a very fun movie.
All right, I can understand that.
Yeah.
On my list next.
Tell me about it.
I was gonna say Vampire Academy, but I mentioned that movie already a couple weeks ago, so I'm not gonna mention that right now because I mentioned it already. You should go watch Vampire Academy. All right.
If I want to.
Okay, here we go.
But we'll go ahead.
Tomb Raider.
Ooh.
Angelina Jolie. Yeah. There's two of them.
Banging.
Cradle of Life and then what the other one's called. Dude,
Tomb of the something.
the first one is really good.
Yeah.
For what it is. Angelina Jolie, I think in the height of her powers, at the max of her fame,
Mr. and Mrs. Smith's type.
like same time of era, she was like insanely popular stuff. Because she's popular now, but not really.
Not as popular as she was.
Then she was like, and she was all over the place back when this movie came out. And I think she did a really great job of portraying Lara Croft. For from a video game character to this character, I think people give this movie a little too much shit.
Yeah,
I think it was a really good adaptation of a video game. I mean, granted, there are things that could have been fixed, but she played a sexy character, which is what Lara Croft is, and she shot cool guns and shot a bunch of stuff and is in the action like Indiana Jones type of movie. That was really good. Really liked it a lot.
I agree. I liked it. I like Tomb Raider. Okay, next thing on my list. Footloose.
I don't know. I guess maybe. I don't know. Yeah.
I don't understand. Okay, so I went into this. We talked about this just last night. So I went into this not exactly knowing what could be considered as a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
And now that you've gone into your list,
I
realize
you see what I mean,
half of my list is not what it should be.
Yeah, I mean, like, it'd be kind of like, hey, Legally Blonde. Not another teen movie. Like,
not another teen movie.
Totally guilty pleasure movies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Daredevil's a good example, you know what I mean?
Daredevil's a great example.
I'll give you another example.
Problem is also I can't think off my head, but if you name something, I might be able to.
I'll give you another example. Sucker Punch. Movie is completely garbage. It's completely
I like
garbage.
the visuals of the movie.
Exactly. It's a very stylistic movie, which is why I like it a lot. Again, low ratings.
It's got Oscar Isaac in it too, so there's that.
Is he in it? Really?
He plays the pimp dude.
Oh, okay.
The one who like smacks around everybody.
That movie sucks, man.
Yeah.
But I like it because it's really pretty.
He looks really, really good.
It's a really pretty
When she
movie.
fights that giant samurai monster.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck yeah. Like,
also,
like that very first scene we see her like with the samurai sword and you just see the big guy with his like spear thing. I was like, fuck yeah, this is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
And then I actually watched it and I was like, this is not as sick.
Yeah.
I mean, the fight scenes were cool.
Was it a dream?
Was it a dream?
I don't know.
Did your sister die? Yeah,
I'll give you another one just in case for now.
Yeah.
So Sucker Punch is definitely one.
Okay.
So Predator is one. Oh, it's so like campy and like what the fuck.
Yeah.
So is Commando. It's also one as well.
Yeah.
Ultraviolet and Eon Flux are totally, I think, guilty pleasures.
Okay.
I'll give you one more before you give me. I'll give one more before you give me another one if you have any more.
I think I have a few.
Okay, cool. Spice World.
Never seen it.
Spice Girls movie.
Okay.
It's that's all I gotta say.
Nah.
Go check it out.
It's a Spice World.
Hey, you know what? I'll say one more thing about it.
Okay,
one more thing.
Tell me one more thing.
Spice up your life. All right. What's up? What's your contact?
Okay.
If you want to be my lover,
Resident Evil.
You gotta get with my friends. That's totally a
very first Resident Evil.
Well, all of them are. Yeah.
That's totally... I only like the very first. Yeah. Actually, no, I amend that. I like the first two.
Okay.
I think the second one's Apocalypse. That was a really good movie. I like them both. I think they're...
Again, we mentioned before that I've
especially there's a part in there where you have Mike Epps run over a zombie and he says, GTA motherfucker, 10 points. And I said, fuck yeah, that's a cool ass line.
First off, you like a movie that has Mike Epps in it.
I love Mike Epps.
What the fuck?
Mike Epps is funny.
Okay. But like Mila Jovovich, we mentioned before about how Resident Evil, I feel like I've seen parts of the first one, that's it.
Yeah.
What about it is so fun to you?
I don't know. I just think I like
the fact that it's so campy.
It was very campy, and I think it's hard. It'd be hard to make a Resident Evil game adaptation that was like exactly like the game. Like
I think you could do it if you had a good director.
If you had a good enough director and you had good writers, you could do it. Yeah, you need a director like that, like somebody who's very like horror fantasy driven and like visual to do it. But there's not many like Del Toro.
Yeah.
Del Toro's like, it's like Del Toro. Maybe Wes Anderson, if you could like get his mind like fucked up.
But I think he'd be too.
He's too like bright.
Happy, whimsical.
He's too high. He's too bright.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody else who's really like. I mean, I guess Tim Burton, but I just wouldn't want to see it with Tim Burton because he would go above and beyond what I would want it to be. Like he'd go too fantasy with it.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, I thought it was a decent adaptation of the games. The thing that I liked about it the most is that they took the basis of the story, but they tried to make it their own.
Yeah.
Which is something that I think is what I truly enjoyed about it.
Even the laser scene?
We don't have to talk about the laser scene. We talked about the laser scene. We don't have to talk about it because they have the dogs. The dogs were sick.
True.
Dogs were sick in that movie.
Mighty Ducks.
Is that really a guilty pleasure?
I think
I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
I feel like most people don't
really
like it.
Okay.
Okay, fine. I mean, Speed Racer.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely one.
Speed Racer. Nobody likes Speed Racer. Everyone hates the Wachowskis for making this movie.
Yeah.
I love Speed Racer. I mean, I loved it in theaters.
Yeah.
Because I have such a huge fandom for the actual comic book, and I have a fandom for the actual animation. And I love the Wachowskis. I mentioned a billion times. I think I'll see everything they make.
Yeah.
You know, I love Speed Racer. I have it on Blu-ray. I bought it. I loved it. I think it's a fantastic movie. Emile Hirsch is awesome. Christina Ricci is great in it as Trixie, and John Goodwin's great as his dad. And it's just a fun movie, super stylized, super fantastic Wachowski film effects, and it's just a great movie, man. It's really fun, and people who give it shit, I don't think they understand what. That was probably, to me, the perfect anime adaptation movie. It was so the original series had. It was so like goofy, and I loved it, man. It's a great, fantastic movie.
Yeah,
definitely need to check it out. Speed Racer. If you haven't seen Speed Racer yet.
Yeah.
Give me one more and we can wrap up.
I had another one, but I lost it, so
Okay.
I'm gonna have to go with.
Yeah, that's fine. We don't have any more.
God. I don't know. See, now I don't know whether I consider them guilty pleasures or not.
Sure, that's fine.
Let's say Clue.
Oh yeah,
With Tim Curry.
I think Clue.
I liked Clue a lot.
Yeah, I guess I can see that. Yeah, I can see
I
that.
liked Clue a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just the way they kind of took the. It really has nothing to do with Clue besides the character names.
Yeah. Right.
But I think that's what I enjoyed about it. It was like the very first attempt at like taking like a board game or like a. Like, now you see it all the time, like Battleship and shit like that.
Yeah.
And Transformers and stuff. Like, Clue was, like, their first attempt at, like, taking, like, a board game or, like, a toy and, like, creating, like, an original story around it. And something that could, like, draw people into it further.
Totally.
I mean, it's Clue, so you're not going to get, like, a whole lot of people, like, go for it. But I thought the way that they set it out, it was very, like, old murder mystery, kind of noirish a little bit. And the fact that they did like all these alternate endings at the thing to like really go along with Clue, like that was that real like, this is a Clue movie. It's like there are many different endings that you can have. And I thought that was really enjoyable.
Totally.
I enjoyed that a lot. I feel like there was another movie, but I can't think of it, so we can just move on.
Taken's definitely one.
Oh, Taken.
Taken's definitely one. I think.
What were we talking about earlier before Resident Evil? You said something and it jogged my memory for a guilty pleasure, and then it immediately went away as soon as I got it. I'll probably think about it later.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I can't think of anything right now.
Yeah, I think that's good. We named some good ones.
Yeah.
So, guys, thanks for listening to this week's episode of the Ticket Stubs podcast.
Yeah.
Zach, if they want to see more of us online, where can they find us at?
They can find us online at facebook.com/Zach and Jay's Ticket Stubs. They can also find us on YouTube at Ticket Stubs Podcast.
Yeah.
And they can find us on Tumblr at theextendedition.com. They can also find us on Twitter under our usernames. I'm at Zach Austin Tyler. And this is at Ultra J with
No, I changed it.
Oh, you changed it?
I changed it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You can find me on Twitter.
Disregard.
First off, you can go to our website at theextendedition.com, like Zach said.
Yes.
And see all our cool shit. If you want to follow me on Twitter or on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah. It's the same name across for me as well for Instagram.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You can follow me or on Tumblr. You can find me at J at Warp Speed. That's my thing.
Oh, Jay at Warp Speed.
Yeah, which is the name of our upcoming podcast. Okay.
Yes.
Zach, it was a good episode.
It was a good episode. I enjoyed it a lot. And fans, I feel like we have to have this call to arms for you guys because you guys are not letting us know that you're out there. You're not letting us know that you appreciate us because we appreciate you. We appreciate you, and we want you to know that we like to make content for you. But we would like your input on this content. So comment, like, do whatever you need to
subscribe.
Do. Message us. I don't care. Just let me know that you're out there. If you want a movie, if there's a movie that you want us to watch, You want us to review it, give you our thoughts on it? Let us know. We'll watch it, probably, if we really feel like it, if we haven't already seen it before.
Or we won't. Or we won't.
It's luck of the draw. Maybe you'll get your movie on there. If you have a topic that you want us to talk about that we haven't talked about yet, that will definitely probably be something we end up talking about. So, if you have anything that you want us to talk about, comment on the YouTube, comment on the Facebook post, comment on the Tumblr post, comment on whatever. Just let us know you're there, because we appreciate you.
Yeah,
and we want you guys to know.
Like us on Facebook, like the page and all kind of stuff,
and share the page with your friends.
Yeah, totally.
Let your friends know that you enjoy listening to us, because we would love to be able to talk to your friends and let them know what we think about these particular movies. And let your friends, you know what? A real call to arms to really get you guys. What's your guys' guilty pleasure movie? Let us know. Comment on this video or on this post or wherever you're seeing this from, and tell us your guilty pleasure of what you think is a movie that not many people like, that maybe we haven't talked about, or maybe we did talk about it and you want to expand on why you think it's a good movie. Let us know.
For sure, definitely. So thanks guys for checking out this episode of the Ticket Stubs podcast. Sorry we missed last week.
Hey man.
We'll be back next week again for the show.
So, chugging around, putting the nose to the grindstone.
Yeah, and also, like I mentioned earlier in the show, at the very beginning of the show, we have a new program we're working on, as well as, like I mentioned on our Facebook page, that we have a new podcast I'm doing called, it's a science fiction-based podcast called J at Warp Speed, where I talk about science fiction stuff, like novels I'm reading and, like TV shows I'm watching, that kind of shit. So thanks, guys, for listening. Check you guys back next week. We appreciate it.
See you guys.